Say it in common. Say it in common.
You're listening to Say It in Common, where we talk about it all, not just Dungeons & Dragons. I'm AJ Cannon.
Seth Templin.
Tyrell Merle.
Anthony Tate here.
It's like the OG crew back. We haven't had just us four in a while. Not that that's a bad thing, just hasn't been us for in a while. Plus, we're in my room. We haven't been in here in a while either.
We've got a stable location. It's been kind of nice.
Yeah, man, we got like a venue. The retirement home studio.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Anyway, before we jump into this long-awaited episode, it's going to be a dual episode. We're going to be talking about episode 27 and 28 of the campaign. We got a lot to talk about, so we want to jump right in. But first of all, we wouldn't want to do that without saying that this episode is brought to you by Tiger Skull RPG.
Tiger Skull RPG.
So, Tiger Skull RPG is creating...
Much more down here.
It is, yeah, we hold it down. We don't get loud.
This is coffee
Because
shop.
we're in a domestic environment, yeah. But Tiger Skull RPG... creating fully realized NPC encounters, 3D printable miniatures, 5th edition stats, digital illustrations, loot cards, all the above. Really cool, all original encounters for your role-playing games.
Cronus the Annihilator.
Yeah, that's currently on the Patreon.
This
Tate?
month.
This month on the Patreon?
Yeah.
Cronus, yeah, awesome. And also right now, you need to go watch the Kickstarter. Is that what they call it? Like, if you're waiting for a Kickstarter to start? Is it called watching a Kickstarter?
I don't know. I've just participated in some Kickstarters.
Well, anyway, the Kickstarter is not live yet for the Relics of Forgotten Sorcery, which is going to be... No, it's sorcery. It's the Relics of Forgotten Sorcery. I don't care what you have written on your phone.
Okay.
Relics of Forgotten Sorcery. Going to be on Kickstarter. It's a 54-card loot deck of loot cards and other 5th edition gameplay. And it's going to be on Kickstarter really soon, so go watch that. And when you do so, you can go on Instagram, and there is a code on there to get a free STL file of a pumpkin beholder just in time for Halloween.
I want that printed.
I can get it.
I want it printed, yeah.
It's free. Go get it.
Let's do it.
I'll get it. I mean, I'm the one with the printer. So
I have a printer, too.
yeah, you just don't use it anymore.
Yeah, I need to sell it.
Anyway, thank you, Tiger Skull RPG, for supporting us as always. And they make awesome stuff. Also, you can use our code Commoners30 for 30% off everything at TigerSkullRPG.com.
Yep.
Which is just awesome. Like, if you haven't done that already, you're just insane.
Where did I get history? Where I even pulled that out of my butt from?
You
Dude?
probably just saw
Relics
it
are historical.
Yeah, but maybe I just...
Was it Forgotten History or Forgotten
Sorcery? It's
That-
sorcery.
Is that where you thought that the history was supposed to go? Forgotten History?
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they did. When the Kickstarter kicks off, I'm going to be the first person to jump on the Kickstarter because I want to see what all's in here. There's spells. It's not just loot.
Like,
I mean,
let me just tell you, Alex, that is like high praise.
Yeah,
Like,
AJ
because
hates
AJ hates
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter.
I hate Kickstarter, but not for Tiger Skull RPG. I just hate it for people like Wormwood and like what if Bethesda made a Kickstarter for an Elder Scrolls game? Would that not be ridiculous?
You want to know something actually that kind of lines up to that? A lot of people are mad at the Critical Role people right now because of how much money they were able to make on Kickstarter.
for their animated series?
Well, yes, people were okay with that, but then I guess it leaked how much money they're making through Twitch because of how many people just watch every Thursday and stuff. And people are like, why are you begging us for more money? Y'all could easily have
Step out on a limb,
done this for
make an
yourselves.
investment.
Yeah.
You know,
A lot of people are kind of
Yeah.
bugged by that.
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
hey,
how
new
much
season coming
How
soon.
much faith do you have in your fan base? If you've got to ask them for the money up front, it's like, do you not think that the millions of people that watch your show and listen to your podcast would go watch this and pay money for it?
Well, I get that, but there's also the fact of where do you get funding after that? I mean,
Well, where
if
does
you
any
don't-
Hollywood cinematic company,
Putting it
anybody
on
that-
Amazon Prime, so presumably Amazon Prime will bankroll
I mean,
the
if,
next
if,
season.
yeah,
they
if
probably
Amazon
would.
Prime bankrolls
do we
it,
have a date on that yet? When that might come out?
No, it's supposed to be like last year, I think, around this
and it
time.
hasn't come out yet.
No.
I just saw a trailer for that.
They're constantly putting updates on it. Like they're doing good work, I reckon. Like it's gonna be.
I want to watch it. It's gonna be really
Oh
good.
yeah,
I'm sure.
it's gonna be like a top level show, I think.
Yeah, it'll be really cool. Okay, anyway, so without further ado, we're going to jump into Keeping It Common and talk about episode, let's start with 27. Not
Before we go to 27, who do you think they're going to hire for the voice actors for the animated series?
No, help themselves.
Wouldn't that be
bad
meta?
would it be? Like,
Wouldn't that be meta?
it would be horrible. That'd be absolutely horrible if Scanlan is not Sam Riegel.
You have
and-
someone playing Sam Riegel.
that would be
playing
really horrible. It'd be really horrible.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
So
mean
episode
to-
27.
Episode 27.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as much to unpack about that as 28, but 27. So we'd already located Rask,
Yep.
and we just started heading back.
Kyle was back for that episode.
Kyle was back, and we were headed back
Oh,
to the
man.
barge, and we got attacked again.
I'm never mean to you guys. Like, not really. You know, like I give y'all plenty of rest. I never just keep stacking on attacks. That was
Yeah.
the first time I was like, we're gonna push them to their exhaustion points of their characters. Got some exhaustion levels, you know.
It worked.
And I was planning on getting more because I was gonna have that bird just harry y'all all the way back, like 10 hours back. It was just gonna keep attacking. You were never gonna rest. You were gonna keep getting exhaustion levels, and you're just gonna have to pretty much have a bad fight with this thing.
Earthbind.
And then the druid.
Yeah, it's ever since Vistra joined the party, we're annihilating things. He's a great support class.
I don't. Yeah, dude.
I didn't know that's how that
Clutch.
would work.
Yeah, druids are. I mean, but he just happened to have picked that spell.
Yeah.
You're a full caster. You can change into animals, and if you're the Circle of the Moon druid, then you can change into elementals at later levels, and you're like a god as an Norse druid.
That's really cool. I might need to learn a druid. I don't know anything about him. I've always shied away from him because there's so many spells and just so much crazy stuff. It's complicated. I just kind of like to hit stuff. But
Yeah, super cool. I mean, if so that's something that you would step out into if you were a different character.
a druid, yeah. I don't know why. I've been almost every class.
See, I haven't. I would step out of my comfort zone and be a rogue if
That would be
were-
out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Rogues are easy. It's like the
Sure.
easiest class to
Sure,
play.
but I mean, it'd be hard for me to play a rogue because
Depends on the rogue.
Anthony likes to be in your face. And if you're an in your face rogue, you could die. pretty quickly.
exactly. Like,
You mean like in combat, you like to
Yeah.
get right up in there, or
Yeah.
you just have a crossbow or whatever, or a bow, and
I could do that as like a ranger.
why wouldn't you do it as a rogue though? Just be a rogue with a bow. Combat
like
way
a-
better.
Yeah, rogue bow. Like if you're a rogue, you need a bow. Forget the freaking rapier. So boring. Ugh.
Or like
This-
daggers. It doesn't
Daggers.
make sense.
This is why I like.
The biggest problem with the dagger is the D4. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to be a min maxer too much
Yeah.
unless you know you're asked to.
Right.
But a D4 is so sad.
Yes. What, Tyrell?
Never mind.
No, go ahead.
No.
I was going to say that's the reason I like the soul knife. Is because of it gives you two weapons of your own, that you can throw.
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second,
Yeah,
Tyrell.
I know. That's the reason I was going to say never mind.
So anyway, yeah, the bird though. I mean, yeah, we took it down pretty easy. I'm sure it was pretty tough.
Ryan
'Cause
was
when it did
definitely
hit-
MVP.
Yeah, for sure.
And he didn't. After that, he just stood back. Didn't
Yeah.
even get close to it. Just
And
like,
when it did
Just
hit,
stand back
it,
there.
I mean-
hit really hard.
That's the thing. He not only did he just have the right spell, but he did the right thing as the caster.
Yeah.
As the person who's concentrating. It's like, okay, you guys handle this. I'm going to use my turns to concentrate, which is totally like that's not a move.
He's a good player.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, he is playing chess,
You would think.
and I'm over here playing Bago. All right.
when I was like my second character I ever made was in 3.5 edition was a bard, and we went really quickly into some fight, and I started playing my music. 3.5. If you're a bard, you're not fighting. You're just supporting. That's all you're doing.
Oh, really?
And so I would support one round, and then attack another one, and at the end they're like, "What are you doing? Just support."
I want to be in on this, coach. Put
Sorry.
me in.
So all you would do is like inspire. Did you have a lot more inspiration?
Yeah, you did more stuff.
And did you still have spells and stuff too?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but they didn't want me attacking. They wanted me just to focus on the bard stuff, and he was focusing on just keeping the druid stuff.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like there's no need in him
Solid
getting
move.
up in there.
That is a solid move.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
You cannot criticize it.
We didn't know that we needed a druid in the party.
No.
You didn't. You'd never know. If
I
that's
didn't
the
even realize
missing piece to the
Earthbind was
puzzle.
a spell, is a thing. I thought it was just
Yeah.
like
Oh, there's so
yeah.
many good druid spells. Sleet is a fantastic.
Oh my- does it make rough terrain?
it slows everything.
Is that
Yeah,
what you
okay.
cast on me in that 5th edition face-off, or was that something else? Snowstorm or something? It was some kind of weather effect that I couldn't
I don't
see
know.
through.
Fog?
Fog Cloud.
I think it was Fog.
I don't think it was Fog Cloud. I thought it was something.
I don't think I would have cast.
It was some kind.
That was such a good idea.
I'll never forget that darkness and
Yeah.
devil's sight thing
Dude.
that Dustin
We didn't-
pulled on.
we haven't
Dude,
quite-
we
I
didn't
freaking
have
hate
it.
that.
We weren't perfect with it.
No.
It's still a great idea.
I played a druid and didn't know half of what I was doing. I was
Cameron didn't know how to make a sorcerer at all.
Well,
Like,
he chose the one that you get armor from, which
Yeah.
is the Draconic Sorcerer.
and then took a feat to get armor.
and then took a feat to get armor. You could play it a different way too. He could have went with I forgot which dwarf subrace it is, but you can get medium armor proficiency right there and just negate literally
Yeah.
every weakness of a sorcerer just by doing that.
We could still. I mean, we've got
it's
the round.
just hard to,
yeah.
It's hard to justify it.
yeah, when no one's watching our YouTube.
Yeah, not that many. Y'all go watch the YouTube channel. You may all be watching the YouTube
Yeah, I mean,
channel.
if you guys watch this and
check
you're
the
like,
numbers.
"Hey, listen, you guys are idiots.
Not great.
Maybe you should play this subclass this some blah blah." No, it's okay. I'm just rambling.
I forget that we're recording, and well, I could have talked to him if you were rambling anywhere else, but on a podcast you can't.
Anyways, ramble over.
What were you gonna say?
Communicate.
How is our the game sessions on YouTube? Are they pulling any numbers at all? Or
I don't know. I haven't got on there to check. I post every podcast goes to YouTube as well. Our numbers have been good, so maybe people are finding it on YouTube, and that's why we're getting better numbers. I don't
So
know.
y'all, we're sorry. We're sorry for accusing you for not watching our YouTubes because we're not even checking if you are or aren't.
Last I checked, it wasn't really happening. But anyway, we could still go back and do third round anytime we wanted to. That's all. I mean, we got a couple matches left, but we got the whole second round filmed.
Oh,
I
so
just
we
had to
still
put it
haven't
together.
finished 5th edition Face Off.
No, we never.
Oh,
finished
okay.
it. We finished the second round.
I was ready to see.
It was. I think we did a really good job. Just as far as like, I mean, you can see the battlefield. You can see the players. We talked about how we made our characters. We tried to do it as accurately as possible. Like I thought it was a really good thing.
Yeah,
But just
but-
people can't find it. It's not really something.
But
that you,
literally anybody who comes
I
up
thought
against
just like the
us.
keywords that would pop off. Like, what's the best?
yeah,
You know, what's the best character at level 5? I thought that'd pop off.
I thought it would too. It hasn't yet, but I think that's another thing with the podcast. The more listens you get on your podcast, the quicker you pop up in the algorithm. So I think people are finding it easier.
Well, here's another thing. Also, we didn't use all caps. You know,
I hate clickbaiting.
We didn't put a funny picture in
Tyrell
the
found it.
thumbnail.
I did. I was going to.
You can't unless you like.
You have to have a special.
You have to have like
You have
YouTube
to pay.
Pro or whatever. Yeah, I don't have it currently. Okay. Anyway, we were talking about the campaign. Killed the bird. Got back on the barge. Traveling. Also great to have the druid bending water or whatever he was doing.
Brass 2 helped with that, didn't
And
it?
Grask, yeah. That elemental attunement is really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought he might be overusing it and just we weren't saying anything because it was just him doing fun stuff. But he can do that anytime he wants.
Yep.
He can bend water and air and fire whenever he wants.
Yeah, he basically has like mold earth. What is that one? It's like control flame or whatever, and then he has the water.
Are they
water,
typically
and,
cantrips?
and then I think it's what is it, gust or whatever, the air.
Gust of wind.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's gust of wind. I think that's actually a legit like first level.
Yeah,
spell.
that like blows people 15 feet.
I think there's one that's you can like control just like the little bit of wind as a
okay.
cantrip.
poof.
I think it's called gust.
Poof, poof.
Like gust or something like that. Okay.
Also forgot about our
Brass
little
caskets.
ditty.
Oh yeah, and we did our sea shanty.
We did our little shanty.
Yeah, no one saw that coming at all.
No,
We had
no,
been,
but it was super funny that we were talking about it on Saying in Common before.
there was
session.
multiple sea shanty references that day.
Oh my
before
gosh,
were
and we
doing the
hadn't
podcast.
planned on it.
No.
Like, we were talking about Assassin's Creed 4, and Tyrell was like, oh yeah, the sea shanties are really great in that. And I
And
turned and I was
Anthony's,
like,
like, looking at me.
you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I knew something weird was going on right then.
Man, those sea shanties are pretty amazing, right, Tyrell?
But yeah, he texted me. He was like, "Hey, I've been thinking about doing a sea shanty in the next episode." I
This
like,
was the Saturday before.
Did y'all write it or find one?
Find one.
It's an old that one is really really old.
Yeah.
It was on Assassin's
It's like-
Creed, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
That one was on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the soundtrack.
Yeah.
pretty sure that was what I was listening to on YouTube. Was the soundtrack? From
Yeah,
Assassin's
then
Creed.
probably, yeah.
But and I was like, "Well, do you want me to do it with you? Like, was that your original intention?
My original intention was like, yeah, I mean,
You didn't
I-
want to do it by yourself.
I don't want to do this by myself.
Okay, I thought you were just alerting me that you might want to do a sea shanty. And I
No,
was like,
no,
oh,
like,
well,
let me just
sing the
text all of
chorus
my
with you.
friends, hey guys, I'm going to do a shanty. No, it was like first off, you're a bard.
Yeah.
You know, I was super psyched about sea shanties, and I was like, listen, I don't even know if this would even be my character. Would it be out of character for me to do? Should I just tell AJ and let him do it? Would that be?
Feels like I was riding in a vehicle with someone and they were playing sea shanties just
Probably
on their radio
Tyrell.
at some point. Maybe Ryan.
Me and Tyrell listened to sea shanties and stuff on the way to go get my PS5.
Huh.
I said, Tyrell, play me what kind of stuff you've been listening to, just because you never know.
I also played some Dan Heim and stuff like that.
Yeah,
too.
it was all kind of weird folk music and stuff. It was fun.
I remember back in the day, like camping, Tyrell toss his phone up on top of the little net thing in the camper and just play hard rock music, just screaming.
Yeah, and now he listens to like harps and people singing in other languages.
a hurdy-gurdy.
Yeah, he loves
Oh,
the
dude,
hurdy-gurdy.
you're down with the Gert, huh?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh my gosh, he likes to herd the gird a little bit. But anyway, then we had to sneak away from the party and practice before we started recording.
Yeah.
But I practiced it all week.
Me too. I was sitting there
Y'all
singing
did really
it
well.
in my spare time.
Yeah.
I screwed
It
up.
was a long time though, too. Like it was a long song.
Yeah, it was pretty. It had like 3
It was
verses.
about a minute 30.
And we did it complicatedly. Like we were alternating lines and stuff. It was pretty tough.
Because the reason we sang it the way that we sang it is he said, okay, I'll do this, but I really want to sing Soon We'll Be Warping Her Down Through the Bay.
Yeah, that was the
And
line
I was like,
wanted.
okay, deal.
I was like, I'll sing the choruses with you, but I really want I want to say soon we'll be warping her out. Is it
Yeah.
out through the bay?
I think so.
No, it's out through the locks.
That's it. Soon we'll be warping her out through the locks.
Yeah.
The next one is we'll be rolling her down through the bay.
Yeah.
Or down by the bay.
But that was the week that my sister was here, and we were cooking supper one night, and I was singing it, and I was teaching her the way, hey, roll and go, and like
Yeah.
she was doing it with me, and my
Yeah.
mom was over there going, what the heck are y'all singing? How do you know this? And I was like, it's just a sea shanty.
And I was telling you why sea shanties, why that was even on my mind. And you kind of looked at me confused whenever I said it. But like whenever I'm cleaning on Saturdays, I'll put on sea shanties just because it's good for like keeping a rhythm and doing
Swapping the
things.
decks.
Yeah, basically. And that's what I do. Saturdays when I'm cleaning, I'm listening to all these.
I listen to so little music anymore. I just listen to books.
I listen to podcasts mostly. I listen to music every now and then.
I've got a podcast or two that I listen to, but
Mine is primarily music. I mean, it's about all I listen to.
I mean, I have a much more joyous demeanor when I'm listening to music rather than listening to podcasts. I'm usually-
I will say there is
Getting
some
ticked off
stuff
about
that
stuff.
I've listened to that just puts me in a depressed mood.
on podcast wise.
No, just music.
Music? Oh yeah, you could do that too with music. Yeah, pretty easy. What else happened? I mean, we met those folks at the little cabin,
we met
but Jacob, Susie,
Jacob and Susie.
but I doubt that had any kind of relevance or importance to him.
Oh, but you met the big bad evil dude.
May
That
have.
was the king and his
Succubus friend.
that's it, succubus. Yeah.
But then we made it, and I was fired up that we made it.
And you met
because-
Gaff.
So
Met
yeah,
Gaff.
here's my question: did you guys have talked about these characters that you know?
I created them,
Yep.
Okay, so Gaff Jones and okay, cool.
and Winslow Strassenborg.
Don't know
and-
Winslow. Haven't met him.
Yeah,
yet.
we met him.
Where was
Episode 28, we met him. Yeah, this weekend we met him.
The flamboyant.
Half elf dude.
Oh, okay, the one that Esmeralda.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, him. And then Sybil Spark, she's the fortune teller.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what's Genzi's last name? I'm not sure.
I have pictures. And then Bruce.
And Bruce Soft Tongue, I think is his
Yeah,
name.
I didn't even realize. Like, I remember y'all talking about the guys, the people that you knew. And I was just like, oh, people I never heard their names of. How great! This is fun.
Yeah.
This is exactly what it's like in a real world.
Wild.
In a real world
Yeah.
conversation.
Genzi Wild.
Genzi Wild, yeah.
And
We haven't
then,
got to meet her yet.
I just listened to like the end of episode 27, and you're like, oh, Bruce, he's got his flower shop. You know, I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't just making crap up.
No. I didn't think you were. I was just like, this is not going to be relevant, but it is.
And that's one thing I like about D&D is when you're getting into like somebody else's area, somebody's arc. Seth is a good DM. Says, hey, you just come up with it, and then like he doesn't have to tell me here's who your friends were. I'm like, I created them, so obviously I know them better than anybody does.
Yeah, you know them better than I do.
Yeah,
Which is
it's great. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a super creative way to kind of push the buck.
But
No, I don't know if it's pushing the bug.
No, I was teasing.
Like,
I don't mean that.
I think Matt does it a lot. Like,
No,
I know in the first campaign, like, what their animated thing is all about. Like, Taliesin did a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like, he created the town and he created the family, and like, I think he did a lot of that. And I think you get more involved. When
I think I think you're right.
Yeah.
yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But that takes us to episode 28 where it gets interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of fun role play, first of all.
Didn't expect the shopping.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know what to make of Ryan.
Whenever he was
I
saying,
have really enjoyed
as soon
Ryan,
as-
and this was a sin. I think. This was
Now,
Moving
see,
on to
I don't know
28,
if
yeah.
I'm going to cut that out of. I don't know what to cut out of the podcast about that because we had a conversation. So I don't know where it's going to cut. So what we're talking about here, I don't know what people will know.
well, he just went a little meta. Like,
He got a little
he
meta.
had a meta moment, and whether or not it's cut out, I mean, it's definitely like there's some assumptions made that really, like,
Hold on. We got to cut here for a
Yeah.
second. Okay, so are we cutting back in right
Sure.
here?
let's cut back.
I don't want to talk about
okay,
it.
well then, okay,
Yeah.
uncut.
right here.
Ryan shouldn't have done that.
Ryan got meta, and some of it may have been cut out of the podcast. I haven't edited it yet while we're recording this.
Yeah.
So we're trying not to reveal things that we kind of know outside of game, and we want people to draw those conclusions.
Yeah. When he,
So you need to be listening to all of the
Everything,
content.
and you might be getting a few things.
yeah, I mean,
learning a thing or two.
Tales of from or
Tales from Palexia
it ties in.
fires me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually have another episode that we haven't dropped yet.
Yeah.
I've heard
Yeah, and it's a little bit closer to home.
like home where we're at or home.
Home as in same time period. We'll say that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's neat.
That game might have some ramifications that overlap into the main campaign.
Golly, that's so cool.
Yeah. MCU stuff here, guys.
Okay, speaking about that, we need to have this conversation, and we can have it on the podcast as well. Okay, do we need to be recording every one of those games you play with Dexter and Darren?
Probably.
And Weston.
Yeah.
How far are you planning on taking that?
Maybe to level 20.
Ooh.
It's
Well, you're
gonna
talking
be
about like a
lot
whole
less
nother
work for me.
campaign.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot less work for me, though, because I am just doing out of books. So
Right.
I don't have to, like, think about it too much. And it's not like once we get into the main part of that, I mean, there's, like, you're not going to find, it's all good. It's not going to, we can go as slow or as fast as we want.
Right. Well, I just don't know how much I'm going to be able to play.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're ready to
in
play.
on it?
I know they are, and I mean, if they want to play on Sundays, I don't know. I do quite a bit of stuff on Sundays, but that's probably the best day. I mean, that I have open frequently. But you just need to figure out how to set the stuff up, and you can go record it if you want to.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not that hard. Y'all did it that one time that I wasn't there.
You set it
I
all up.
set it up.
I just pressed, I even messed it up, though. Like, I thought you were supposed to press the, what is it, the
Space
At the
bar?
asterisk.
asterisk, and then I thought you were supposed to press spacebar, and you weren't. So, like,
Yeah, because you kept confusing yourself.
yeah.
Because you were trying to get... Yeah, asterisk spacebar. Yeah,
Asterisk
I got it.
spacebar.
Yeah, I got it.
Well, I did confuse myself, but it recorded.
But anyway, I just don't want to hinder them being able to play just because...
Well, you're
if
a character
I can't
there.
record it. Yeah, I know, but
I don't think it's that big a deal. You're worrying too much.
By the way, dear listener, I don't know about Tyrell, but I'm completely in the dark as to what they're talking about.
I have a kind of an idea, but I'm not exactly sure.
I mean, we just ran...
So it's super exciting.
we just
this
ran
stuff that
Tales
we're
from
hearing.
Palexia episode 2, like, the weekend before last. And, I mean, it's just gonna
created
be,
another city,
Yeah.
and
It's just more... It's closer to the time period that we're in. Nothing super, like...
I think we said at
Big
the
happened.
beginning of this game, y'all's characters are supposed to be in the academy. I think at this moment.
Oh, okay.
So
No. It's after the Academy, actually.
You know what this
It's a little after the
actually...
Academy.
It reminds me a little bit of MCU, but also reminds me a little bit of like Resident Evil in their extras that they have. Like,
yeah,
you know, if you play Resident Evil 4, you play the main character, and then you can go back after you beat the game and play as a side character, and you don't realize the stuff that this side character is doing is affecting what happened in the actual game.
Oh, that's pretty
It's an
cool.
after effect.
Yeah,
It's
no,
really
see, I
cool.
love that, and that's
Yeah.
why I love these Tales from Plexi. I think it's going to be really fun, at least for us.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe for the
And
listeners.
see,
I
Ryan
don't
was
know.
saying he wanted to throw a game together.
Yeah,
Like, if he
do
could
it.
put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If y'all want to run one, talk to Seth.
Yeah.
Get some lore. Get a story you want to tell.
For sure. I mean,
Because I didn't mess with his game at all, really. Like, I was just like, well,
Don't do anything too.
you can
drastic.
put it here.
Yeah.
I told him, like, in that game, I told him you need to do, like, it'd be cool to do just a Rogue One story. Like, just kill everyone. I mean, if everyone dies, there's no ramifications.
Yeah, but I left it open ended so then Seth could have whatever kind of fun he wanted to.
gotcha.
In the future.
Is there going to be a part 2 of your tale?
Can't do it.
Can't do it. Some of the
And that's what I like. I like it just being one off. I mean, obviously yours is going to be reoccurring, but if we get people in that just want to play,
see, I was expecting there to be a part 2 to that. Dang.
well, they're upset, like they want to play, so
Yeah.
I can play it out with them, and whatever
Sure.
happens. But it won't be
canon.
Canon, right?
Yeah.
We could put an alternate
It
timeline.
won't be
or something.
AJ
Yeah.
canon.
But it
No, you can play it out however you want, really. I think.
They
Yeah.
can't. There's certain characters that can't die, though. Right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think that I gave him anyone that couldn't die.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
anyway, and I think
Interesting.
it's also cool. It's giving us an opportunity to bring some people in that want to play
For sure.
without having to try to get them into the main game because that's kind of hard.
But in further into 28, like
Yeah,
we did
Yeah,
the
go on.
shopping, and then
I love shopping. Shopping's always fun. For
I
me.
mean, dude, there was
I like Seth's NPCs.
the whole cartography thing too. Like, you'd almost think Ryan is a practice player.
What, did he just want a map of the area? Is
Yeah.
that what he got? I
Yeah.
wasn't really paying attention at that point.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
focused on
I
something
missed
else.
it. Why did he want that?
I don't
Was
know,
that a
he
spell
just-
component?
He wanted a topographical.
Yeah, he wanted a topographical.
Which is more accurate to say than like a just points.
Yeah,
it's an
I-
explorer's map.
Yeah. I was just
And then he
wondering
completely
why.
threw you under the bus with your religious.
Oh my
dealings.
gosh, dude! I know.
Yeah, we got to watch our mouths.
And that's exactly.
I was worried about me doing crap like that because Quincy never shuts up.
Well, I mean, it's obviously like a running joke, that, oh, he's the holy man. We need to let's tease him about being the holy man. And I get that, it's a fun thing, but like, this is not the time in this land's history to be joking about being any kind of holy man.
Right.
But it's completely fine to be religious in the city. Totally made those churches up on the spot.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
awesome,
Like,
dude. That's
like-
great.
Because there's no way that like this town is like all inclusive.
I'm concerned about Quincy's relationships with his old friends. Like, are they like indoctrinated? Like, I mean,
Here's
Gaff
the
is
thing.
like, oh
Well-
yeah, I pay my tithes.
Well, think
to
of
the
it this
king."
way: if you live in a place where you're just seeing the good of something, I mean, they're having balls every 6 months. They're living off the fat of the land.
Yeah.
They're living off of platinum, like Seth said. The
And don't
economy
really have
is-
any reason to leave this area because
Right.
everything's there. It's like people live in New York.
They don't have to worry about giants coming in.
I'm
and
so
destroying.
glad you said that because Galeport is my image of New York.
Yeah, that's what
I've
I
never
figured.
been to New York. Galeport is how I see New York.
Yeah.
Whenever I think of New York, I think of that episode of Seinfeld where this guy from New York acts like he's from Arkansas. He's like, I'm from Arkansas. Work at Tyler Chicken, and like, because they don't use the names.
Yeah.
And this woman who takes tour guide or who does these guided tours around New York, she's talking to him, a New York native. She's like, this city will eat you alive. You don't know. And like, like he takes one of his friend's clothes or something like that, and he's wearing them to look like a tourist.
Yeah.
That guy finds him and shakes him down in the bathroom, gets all of his clothes, and like that tour guide sees him. She's like, "What did I tell you? The city will eat you alive." And like, he's from the city, he knows how it works.
Yeah.
And she's like, "You're so naive." Like he shows her his apartment that he's been in for like, I don't know, like 6 months or a year. He's like, "Yeah, this is it, and this is what my rent was." She goes, "That's kind of an okay price, but they're really raking you over the coals here." But anyway, sorry. But yeah, but that's kind of the attitude I'm getting from Gaff and them.
Just complete excess.
And they have no reason to look the gift horse in the mouth. I mean, it's the land of plenty. And
Right.
They are seriously, even them being the poorest of, being not the poorest of the poor, but obviously they're in dire straits with their acting troupe.
Yeah.
But they're still like, they still have fancy clothes. They have the opportunity to go to the ball, but they all choose not to. Like,
Yeah, why didn't they go?
I should have probably let them go. Like, why would Winslow have not have gone? Like, I just didn't want to have to
Didn't want to
do all
complicate it?
Didn't want to complicate it and have to do all the voices and stuff.
Nothing wrong with that. It's kind of a whole high-profile thing. They've got
I
stuff
could see
going.
Genzi probably would have gone and like tried to make some money. Yeah, they probably all should have gone.
Genzi was there.
Not Genzi, I'm sorry, Sybil.
Oh, okay. She would have tried to have told some people their fortunes.
Yeah.
Let's cut to that. First of all, the bathhouse thing was fun. I like that.
Why did y'all not go into the church? Just one real quick thing.
I didn't want to give money, and I honestly felt like, oh man, this is gonna give me a conflict. Like this is gonna brew up something in me, and I'm not like
If I was Buck, I wouldn't want to go in.
I'd
be afraid that you get struck down.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, first off, I'm representing a real deity, and I'm walking into this place there's a man on a throne that this is dedicated to. Like, no.
I feel like it's like a corruptible place. Like, I feel like you could get corrupted going in there. Like, stuff could happen.
maybe.
I mean, are you going to get charmed or something if you go in there? Mm-hmm. See, that's what I was worried about. I didn't want anybody to go in.
I think it'll be more like an indoctrination type place. Like, oh, look at all the good stuff that's happening.
Yeah.
How can you say that we're not that he is not a king and a god?
Right.
See, I was quickly trying to come up with like a sermon, and that was kind of those kind of thoughts were coming through my head. Yeah.
Oh, you were having to try to think of that, like what the dude would be saying in there? Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's a good thing that we didn't.
I wish we'd have gone in and made him do that.
Oh man, I tried to put you on the spot with what was it? The newspaper name. And you don't have to look it up. I was just kind of being a jerk in that moment, and I shouldn't have been. But
Can you find it that quick?
I screenshotted it. Oops.
I'm pretty sure. Did I just text all that to you?
Yep.
I don't think I have it saved in a note or anything. What's his name?
who?
Alistair
Alistair Fitzgerald.
M. Fitzgerald.
Alistair McAllister.
Yeah, Alistair McAllister. That was my character one time.
No, maybe there wasn't a. This is the write-up I did for my pamphlet. I pulled out a lot of but at the time. Okay, the Grandiose Theater, Alistair Fitzgerald, critic, Mikhail Runderton, famous writer-director, Philip Huthard, Rupert Williford.
Wow, I got in depth.
Yeah, and then you wrote like a whole bunch of pages, yeah. No, but there was no actual name to the newspaper, so.
Oh, okay.
So it could be the Gulfport
Gazette.
There we go.
Gazette, yeah.
How about your fortune, Thren? I interchange Tyrell and Thren. Yeah. I honestly look at Tyrell and I think Thren all the time. It's because they both start with a T. They're both similar.
Yeah.
Well, who did we start with? We started with you, right, Buck?
Yeah, I honestly wanted to go in there, and the whole reason I started this whole thing, I didn't realize she was just like a charlatan, you know? So I was just like, okay, I'm going to go in here and see if she actually sees what we're coming from, because if she sees what we're coming from, is she going to alert anybody?
Yeah.
Is this going to be a problem? And she didn't give me any inclination that she saw.
You don't think you're about to become the greatest baker in Galeport?
I think, here's the thing. I think it's possible. You know, it's possible for my character to open up a bake shop and see some success. But like, he's not going to do that. So like, no. But like, she didn't give me any inclination that like,
Yeah.
you know.
I love that you went first because I was just ridiculous with yours. Like, something stupid.
Yeah.
I didn't know if anyone else was going to do it. I
didn't.
love that everyone did it.
Yeah. Except for Quincy, because Quincy knows.
Yeah, Quincy knows he's in on the scam.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So you going first, just kind of did something ridiculous, and then I did something as equally ridiculous with Thren.
Yeah. And it just kind of, it's so, that's hilarious. Were you originally going to go?
No, I didn't have a clue that was even going to even happen at first. So
Okay.
whenever you went, I was like,
Why not?
why not? So,
But I decided to do a little foreshadowing.
Yeah, and it
right
was.
there.
It worked out
Yeah.
perfect. Man.
I think you did a little foreshadowing with Urus too.
That was not her. That was
Jack.
But what did you think of yours? Go ahead and.
Well, I mean, like you said, it was foreshadowing. I mean, so you said it's all a scam, but I mean, what she said did come true, though.
And that's kind of the groundwork
Right.
that's been laid
Yeah.
since we first.
And I
stepped
think
into
that's the
Guild Wars.
funniest thing about fortune tellers, like in books, not out in the real world. But like, if you read Harry Potter, the fortune teller in that series is always getting things wrong until you look back and she's right about absolutely everything, but no one ever believes her. So it's absolutely
Now tell me this, Tyrell, or Seth. Obviously, knowing what we know now, that Thren is going to be exiting for a bit. Did you already have planned that she was going to take Thren?
yeah.
So you already knew that this was going to happen. When he's told you that prophecy, you knew, okay, you already knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen, but still,
I didn't tell him how or anything.
No. But the fact that what she said did come true, though, there must be some kind of little bit of a hint. And then also with Urus, the fact that she got, like, possessed.
Possessed, yeah.
I guess, by Jax.
That was so good, too.
Oh my gosh.
And I was telling y'all after the game, like, I almost made a joke, like, Jax is going to possess her when Urus goes in there, and then he did.
Well, she must be contacting something on the outside, if that's happening.
Nope. Jax just saw the opportunity and
Yeah.
used it to speak very clearly and openly.
He's that wily.
Okay, Sybil's been saying that Quincy was coming back.
But on like 12 white horses or something.
Yeah, but she was right to an extent. She's been getting these things right. Had all the clothes laid out. Is she? I mean,
Oh, the clothes. Yeah, that was.
I know you're just flavoring as you go.
I think what it is, I mean,
How'd she get? Yeah, I already knew you were gonna say
It's
that.
just so fun.
Yeah, I love it.
But that's kind of like that's the joke also with fortune tellers. Like, why are you asking me my name? You should already know that. Why
Yeah.
are you asking me my age? You
I
should
know it, but
already
tell
know.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know it. Just tell me.
She's a great character.
anybody can be a fortune teller if they start every sentence with "I know." That's what I've gathered from
That's
this.
exactly what her
love
thing was. Like,
Every one of those characters.
if one of you would have said, "No, I don't want to wear that one," should have. Of course, you don't. Try the next one.
Yeah, already got.
I laid
another
it there
one.
for an option. I know you always pick the second one.
I was hoping to change your mind.
All of those characters are exactly how I perceived them. So you've done a great job with that.
Awesome.
He just sent me little tidbits about him, and I found pictures for all of them, sent them to him, got the okay, and that's all he told me. Like,
No,
I'm just-
except Bruce. You're making him like a veteran.
yeah,
Yeah, like a
See,
mercenary.
no, I was thinking just more of him as like a wimpy crybaby that's like really strong, like a
Yeah.
gentle giant kind of guy. But when you did that, it made it so much funnier with him paranoid looking behind him and stuff.
Not, like stepping out of the room, like
I wish
not-
people could see Seth's mannerisms and stuff because it makes
Oh
it
my
so much more
gosh.
funny. I'm sure they just hear us start dying laughing. Sometimes they don't know, the expression on somebody's face.
Oh my gosh! Dude.
Oh, it makes it funny.
Let's see. that was
That's like the first time. Have y'all heard Jax talk to him? Really? I've tried to take y'all out of the room most of the times.
No, we have. We've been in the room for it.
That was a very, like, you've got to start doing something.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to him if he doesn't?
I'll take his powers away.
And then he'll have to just
he'll
pick
just
a new
be
class.
a normal dude.
He'll be a commoner.
Well, he could. I mean, he knows how to fight. He could just become a fighter or something.
Will he? But what level?
Tyrell doesn't like it.
I mean, I'm just thinking because like the whole thing behind a warlock is their patron. Like they siphon.
All he
power
knows really
off
is
of
how
their
to
power.
swing an axe. That's fighter might.
And even that's being enhanced by the power of his patron.
But if he's a level, yeah, exactly. If he's a level 7 warlock, if he got his powers taken away, and this was like a true real world representation, he would go like level 1 woodcutter.
If I ever play with a warlock player again, I'm gonna have to set down a lot earlier and see what they were wanting out of it.
If you read the player's handbook, I think it's in the player's handbook.
It gives all power to the DM.
Well, there is like another little optional thing you can do there too, because like it describes it like you can either like roleplay it like as they're like siphoning power off of some deity or like demon or devil,
as
or
if the deity is not aware.
yeah,
of it.
as if they're not even aware that
it
they're
has
even
such
doing
an
it.
immense power that
Yeah.
the little bit that one human can pull from it,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Doesn't make it as fun.
I don't know. You're playing a cat and mouse game because like if you use too many spells in a day or whatever, then
It can come find you.
it can come find you. It's like okay, like
That would be a cool aspect, actually, to
yeah.
roleplay out.
I mean, to draw an analogy to like the Bible, when the one with the issue of blood touched Jesus, the hem of his garment,
Yeah,
he immediately
and he
knew
knew.
and turned.
Yeah.
And it's like this is a more sinister.
Yeah.
Know,
Right.
like who?
You're having nightmares like, who are you? Why are you using me? Yeah, that'd be cool.
That could
would
be
really
that
be
could
cool.
be fun. So you need Urus to start wasting some regular
And he
people.
won't do it. And I just want to help everyone.
He's playing the wrong kind of warlock, I guess.
It's a build. It's not a character.
I just mean like the hexblade itself. I mean, in the very name of the class is just all themed around dark, shadowy stuff.
Well, maybe one of these days he'll snap.
I mean, if he, like say if
Maybe
he
he'll Hulk out,
As long as he doesn't try to kill us.
or I don't know. Is there any precedent to you're not obeying the being that you're serving? So
Unfortunately, Critical Role.
it just
Sorry about
takes
that.
over.
Nah, well, it dropped him. It just took away the powers.
I mean, there is a dwarf god. He could technically become like a celestial warlock.
They're celestial warlocks?
Yeah,
Or
Or you can just
Xanathar's
become a
god.
paladin.
No.
We'll see.
Yeah, but then this dwarf god would have to make itself known and then also beat up the entity that is Jax.
Right.
Yeah, y'all might eventually have to kill Jax.
Kill,
Well, I like how you-
kill Jax.
I like how you're
Jax.
sticking to your guns about it, though. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, we're playing D&D.
this
Give us
is-
some consequences. Let's
This is
chase
like-
this thing down.
Yeah, this is like this is a big warning. He's gotten like his third big warning from him.
So
Or
did
second.
Urus got in this situation because he wanted the power to kill his dad?
See, we never talked about that much. He just wanted
Jax,
to make a war.
Jax said that in the fortune, didn't he?
Right. Yeah.
But so that's what the
That's
backstory
what I
of it
assumed.
is,
Yeah, that's how I assumed the backstory would go.
And he's riding it out. He's fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you took powers from me so that you could put googly eyes on everything. It's like but
And then he didn't even get to kill his
the
dad.
power is too great.
He didn't even get to kill his dad, and he was hung up in the clouds the whole time while we killed him. Kind of sad.
Took
That
that
was
one.
real life consequences, though.
Yeah.
Of just things not
Fireball.
falling together.
Call
Right?
lightning.
Yeah, he just about
Okay.
got iced.
So why don't we get to the ball here, because it's the most anxious I've ever been in my life.
Oh my god!
I was so worried about this because I did not know how I could keep y'all entertained for it. I wanted it to be that kind
You
of
did great. It was so intense.
It was
But the thing was, nobody knows us.
Yeah.
But you made it intense when you started talking to us in our heads because I didn't know. We didn't know
Oh
who
my
it was.
gosh!
You can thank Tyrell for that.
Yeah.
He told me exactly who he would talk to.
Oh. And it was me, Buck, and Urist, right? Is who it was?
You need to figure out a way of why you chose them, by the way.
Because we're the original 3 characters. Besides Thrin.
Well, I started to go with Vistrid, but I don't know. I don't know why.
Vistrid was probably one of the more observant
Yep.
of all. He wasn't half blinding himself.
So what made y'all so anxious?
It was just a high tense moment.
No, like just trying to keep a low profile.
And then the fact that somebody's in your mind.
Yeah, and we don't know who that is. I thought the whole time it was going to be the dang Duchess that was talking to us in our heads.
And then AJ, like, I'm sorry, Quincy, like, messages me like, go say something to Duchess Bathory, and at that point, Buck is like,
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't want to look down at anybody. I don't want anybody to think I'm ogling them, or you know,
They were there to be ogled.
Yeah, of course they were, but listen, that's like not his. He's not into the whole.
He's a little uncomfortable in that situation.
Yeah,
I wondered how y'all's players would handle that.
Never before been in such a.
Is this anything Quincy's seen before? Like, has he seen anything this lavish and like?
I would say no. I think that
wouldn't
things
think he
have
had either.
picked up, like, in the time that you were gone.
That's kind of how I was picturing him. But like, he knows how to keep a level head in this type of situation.
I would say you weren't a part of these kind of scenes. I think you were just too busy on your craft, you know.
Right? Yeah.
But also, you know, being here, you would probably want to put on the.
I wish
airs
Ryan
of
was here for this
knowing
one
this-
question.
What?
I wonder why he didn't go through with it.
Who?
Ryan.
Oh, with the chick?
Mm-hmm.
He,
I don't know,
he
character
might have been-
choices.
He might have been being true to form whenever he said, you know,
Family show?
Family show.
Yeah. Well,
He might have not realized.
I was gonna fade to black.
yeah, I fade to black on that stuff. I'm not real.
But I mean, you kind of told him that
Yeah.
you were going to. You said it,
but he
this
still
would be-
chose, not to do it.
So maybe it's a character thing. Maybe we'll find out later.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or maybe he. Just
I thought that was another interesting aspect of Galeport. Like, it's just everyone can satisfy their base desires here.
Yeah, it's debauchery and gluttony. I mean,
Yeah.
it gave me real Capital from the Hunger Games vibes. You know, like they eat and then they take a pill to throw up and then they eat.
I was thinking like Jazz Age, like Great Gatsby is what I was thinking.
Everybody's wearing masks.
Yeah.
Weird outfits.
I was hoping for the masks. When we were starting out, I was thinking, wait, how can we like conceal
I
ourselves?
should have called it Masquerade at the very beginning.
Yeah, that would have been cool. And I swiped.
But
an
you
extra
played it off
mask.
well. How it wasn't advertised as a masquerade, but there you are. You see it.
The whole thing was cool. Tyrell, please elaborate what's going on right now. As much as you feel comfortable doing, or Seth, like what is this character?
What is this character?
Maybe you shouldn't tell us. Maybe
I
you
think I'll
can't-
wait
you
till the
can't
next
tell
time
us.
we play.
Okay, well, we
that.
know he's a Soul Knife Rogue.
You know that much, yeah. I'll leave it at that.
And we don't know why he was trying to kill the Duchess.
Yep.
You missed
Every
multiple
time.
times.
Yeah.
Terrible. We're gonna hate your character.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that on the way over here. Like, Quincy will not like him because he is the replacement for Thrin. Like,
Yeah, that would be one reason.
Yeah.
And also,
Buck is.
yeah, y'all are going to be wanting to get back in to get Thrin.
Whenever
yeah,
I
that's what I was
said
telling
this is
Tyrell
gonna
before y'all got here.
Whenever I said this is going to be Aang and Bossing Say from Avatar looking for Appa, that's my goal.
That is our
dude.
top priority. Now, Gillard's going to be like, no, we got this great opportunity with this assassin. Let's just go kill the Duchess.
It's just like,
And we're going to be like, no man left behind. We're going after Thrin. Top priority. And Tyrell, I don't know that he wants us to go after Thrin. And when we find Thrin, what's going to become of him?
right. Is Tyrell going to play two characters at once?
Possible.
That'd be cool.
Because fortune teller lady said that he was going to be
His heart would be
stolen.
stolen.
Right. Like, so he might become
He is
something's
in-
going to become different. Like, he might be under some spell.
He might be a thrall. He could become food.
Yeah. We don't know. Sketchy stuff. Who does he work for? Why does he want to kill the Duchess?
Yeah, I think that's
Is he Inkling?
That is our end to any kind of resistance. And because, in all honesty, from my perspective, I did not see any way to find any sort of resistance.
That's already here?
Yeah, that's established.
So maybe there's just an internal, like, it's not Inkling, it's something else.
Maybe it's a third party.
Maybe
Maybe we got to
not.
get another tattoo. He said maybe not. That's just him. That's him throwing in little tidbits of doubt.
I need to get y'all like another 5 levels.
Let me ask you
Oh,
this,
man.
Seth.
Should y'all have leveled up? When was the last time y'all leveled up?
a while ago, probably 3 or 4 sessions ago, something like that.
I mean, was it?
No, it wasn't. It was after Hornbeam, probably. It was like,
I think it was right after Hornbeam.
Yeah, y'all probably should level up before y'all come back.
well, we haven't fought anything except those birds.
You still get experience for role playing.
Well, yeah.
That was
Yeah,
that was.
I mean, if we're learning in like social games that are just RPG,
it would
you know?
fit me taking another bard level probably with us doing charismatic things.
Text y'all tell y'all to level up before next game.
That'd be sweet.
What level will that make y'all?
8.
Oh my gosh, I'll need to be like level 13.
Well, just send us on a rescue mission for Thren for about 5 episodes,
Yeah.
and then we'll start sneaking around trying to kill the Duchess for about 5 episodes.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't think this is going to be as Crash the Gates as Hornbeam was.
Let me ask this: does this new assassin character have anything to do with Tales from Polexia episode 2? Does it connect? It does not connect with anything that was going on there.
No.
Okay, that's all I had to ask.
He don't know anything about that.
Is that it for the campaign? Now, I know. I didn't know if you told him. That's why I was trying to kind of ask you. I didn't know if you had told him, or maybe you had told him, and I didn't know.
Oh man, is there nothing else we could talk about?
I mean,
Your dad's on my case about this game tonight.
It's your fault. You're the one who always starts the trash talking.
Yeah, I know, but he started it right back up. I just thought it was funny. I want to beat him so bad. I need this win so bad.
so this is fantasy,
In
right?
fantasy football, I need it so bad.
Are you? Wait, who do you got?
He's a defense.
All I have left is a defense,
And Dad's done.
and he's done, and I need 9 points. But it's the Bills' defense. They're the number 1 defense in the league.
Who they playing?
Tennessee Titans.
It's a really good team.
Yeah, who's
Yeah,
the
but they're
receiver?
also-
Who's the running back on the Titans?
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, but-
will destroy you.
Yeah.
I saw videos.
They
of this
are the
dude
number-
picked up a grown man while they were both running and threw him.
Okay, well, you know what? The Bills are the number 1 defense against running backs in the league, in the ground game. And that's what the Tennessee Titans are, is ground game first. They're not a passing team. So if they stop the ground game all night, then they're going to
played
get
the
points.
Titans yet before they got this rating.
If they're not going to be passing the ball for 50 yards at a time, and the Bills hold them to like under 200 yards, I'm going to score big points.
I truly hope that's the case for you. But to see
I need Derrick Henry and Julio Jones to go off tonight.
if Derrick Henry
I
like
30 points.
Here's the
you,
thing.
You have them? I'm sorry. I need them to not score.
here's the thing, I've just got into the NFL.
Yeah.
I've never looked into anything, never really thought.
I'm going to have a spot on my fantasy team next year because I think my sister's sick of it. So you're joining
Just
us.
because she's
I
losing
don't
this
even
year.
know.
I think she's just too busy. To
Like 0-5.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if I know that much about it.
It's not hard.
I don't know anything about it either. I hardly even watch football.
Yeah,
This
he's-
gets you into football.
Yeah. It helps get you into football.
I got to pick my own team this year. Last year, I inherited Cynthia's team that Seth picked, and I was terrible the entire year. I picked my own team this year, and I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
And it's high stakes.
What are
But
the stakes?
$10. Everyone paid $10.
I didn't. I never gave you my
Oh
money.
yeah, you owe me $10.
Yeah, I need to give you $10. But the Bills have given me. They gave me 19 points in week 2. They gave me 22 points in week 4. And they gave me 16 points last week against the Chiefs, who are a very offensive
You
team.
have a good chance of winning then.
I
But
do.
didn't the Chiefs? Isn't there some problems? Didn't they have in the last week?
I don't remember.
I don't know. They have Patrick Mahomes. That's
Yeah,
all
I thought that
matters.
he like threw an interception.
He probably did. That's probably why I got points. But it's also because I have the number 1 defense in the league.
Gotcha.
So I need 9 points. Anyway,
Are we done talking about the campaign?
Yeah,
Sorry,
but
yeah.
there's something else I want to talk about, and I did talk about this
Is this common law?
with you. No, this is like, what's the behind the scenes one?
Well, real quick, one thing I wanted to ask Tyler, why the character switch? This was all his idea.
Well, when you want to talk about the whole
No,
stuff.
Not too much, but
Okay.
just
Well,
why have you...
don't say the word. Cut.
Pick up.
Well, all right.
When Seth made a proposal to you,
Yeah, I'll put it like that. Yeah, I just thought it'd be kind of fun and different to kind of switch it up a little bit because I was just kind of tired of playing a wizard for one.
Well, I think the big
Really?
thing that was foreshadowed or hinted at quite a bit was that this was going to be more cloak and dagger.
Yeah.
And I even thought, dude, if Buck did leave the party, I would be a rogue in a day. This would be the perfect
We
place
need
to
a
be
rogue.
a rogue. Yeah, this would be the perfect place to be a rogue. But, I was like, but there's no reason that's not going to happen.
And then it happened.
And then it almost happened with Gillard.
do they have?
Or not really.
Did they? Does this rogue have any magical stuff, or is it all just mind control?
It's all
Psionic?
Psionic stuff.
based stuff for the most part.
Okay.
But why are you tired of Thrent?
I got tired of keeping up with all the spells because I kept messing it up. Because there was at least 2 different games that I know of that I overcast or
You overcast a fly. It's not that big of a deal.
You need to get you a bubble system. Just get you a new piece of paper.
Tyrell doesn't keep up with his crap very good.
Where's
I have
the
seen
Phoenix?
Should have never gave that Phoenix to him.
It's with Thren, wherever he is.
Is it?
No, the Phoenix is
It's with Gillard.
Gillard.
You did it on purpose because you knew.
I did.
Oh, I'm sickened.
I didn't do it on purpose because
I
of that
thought you just
necessarily.
didn't want to take a flashy Phoenix.
I didn't. No, not in. No. Why would you?
I must have
you
stepped
wouldn't.
away from the table. I didn't know that happened.
And I said it to you because I asked Gillard. I said,
Hey, you role played it as Gillard.
yeah, you did.
He gave the Phoenix to Gillard, and Gillard said, "I'll protect it with my life." And I
Yeah.
said, "Oh, the chest bump," and I did it. You remember?
I heard a different word. I think I heard letter or something.
I said Alata.
Ah,
The name of the
I
Phoenix.
thought he said letter too. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder what letter he's leaving.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I like
no,
had my head
Alata.
down.
That's funny.
Would you be careful with that?
Sure.
My odor eater's powder. You just open it up and spray it all over.
I
it?
definitely need some of this.
That's
Right
what
now.
she says with Gillard.
Okay.
And that's why it is so flashy. Why would you take that into a ball?
I guess someone could use that if they wanted to. Maybe someone will actually get use out of it.
We can't connect to it, can we?
Yeah, it's just a magical item.
Just attune to it? The Phoenix?
Yeah.
Wow.
Quincy.
Had no
It's
idea.
Quincy's Phoenix now. And it will be the bane of our existence.
You play songs through it.
Yeah.
You caused the bird to rage.
I would have it like everywhere. It'd be flying places it did not need to go, for sure.
Yeah.
I want to say something right now, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
What? I want to know.
What does it start with?
No, don't say it, Ty. You don't ruin stuff for us
Is it
or
meta?
the listeners.
Is it meta?
It is kind of meta, I guess. I don't know.
Say it.
Do we not need to hear it, or the listeners don't need to hear it?
Would it ruin anything on the campaign?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, then I'll say
Well, okay, can you cut it out right here? Just right here?
I can, but I don't know if I want to hear.
Pick up.
Okay. If Thren doesn't happen to come back or something like that,
Okay.
I had intended to give it to you.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, that
is-
doesn't ruin anything.
If Thren doesn't come back,
If he doesn't come back.
how would you have given it to him?
Well, that's what I mean. Is like he can
As
take it.
player character to player character, or like character to character? Because we would have.
Well, I mean, there's only 2 people that can use like familiars.
In this hypothetical world where Thren doesn't come back, we find Thren on his deathbed like, Quincy, take the bird. She loves oats.
Guess what? Thread also has the circlet of sending.
The pamphlet. sending.
Pamphlet.
Pamphlet of sending.
I just thought about that.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have taken
Can't
all.
get back hold. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, it's with the batteries, dude.
Well, then I wouldn't have taken a backpack and all that stuff up there.
Yeah, he didn't have it with him.
Okay.
I wouldn't have done that.
Was it? And
Yeah,
it was in the
we didn't
backpack.
even have weapons or nothing. Surely he didn't have his
It was
gear.
established.
I did
in
have
the
my
backpack.
I did have Solaris' sword in my back here.
And I
I
had
assume you had your spell book.
So
Can't cast spells without your spell book.
you can
can cast
memorize spells.
cantrips.
You can the memorize spells, and that's what I was going off of.
Oh,
So yeah,
I need to ask what y'all carrying around more often. Goodness.
Yeah, I didn't have anything. I literally took nothing.
I had
this
my
reason.
secret vest with my money in it, and I had my axe.
If you would have looked at my notebook that I had out on the table, I literally wrote down the spells that I had memorized for the day.
Cool.
So that's what I.
Was that just so you wouldn't overcast again, though?
That was so I would have those particular spells in a fight if I needed them.
It's weird to me that you're tired of being one of the most powerful characters in the game.
I can't believe this is just because you were tired of a character.
And I wanted to be more up. That's the thing about wizards. You can't be up in the fight.
Well, yeah, why would you create a wizard if you wanted to be up in the fight?
That's what I'm saying.
That's why you made the blade singer. No, he'll get up in there with a rogue. I don't care if your rogue dies, Tyrell, I'll be honest with you.
I'm going to be real honest.
I'm
This
not
guy
gonna
could
be-
fall into a pile of
Did
crap.
you drop your name at the end of that game, or no?
No,
you
we
didn't. We should have dropped. That would have been a good closer.
Oof. I want to hear it, but we can't.
I think
don't
I
want
did
to.
say it, actually.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You might have.
Something weird. Don't say it yet.
It means raven, right?
It's the genus of a raven. Yeah.
We'll save it for the
Oh, it's Latin, right? Latin for raven.
We'll save it for the next game. Episode 29. Wow.
Live on us.
Almost 30 episodes.
That's crazy.
Wow. It's only taken us about 3 years.
Only.
We're,
this game for a long time.
we're steadily putting out content. Right?
Yeah, it's getting better.
We're going like...
We're getting more into it.
we pretty much have something to put out every week right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. That's awesome. That's great.
I have content backed up.
We are an empire.
Our numbers are trickling up by the single digits.
Yeah.
We are a society.
No, we are. I mean, we are. You know, like we have probably
Watch out, Critical Role.
we've
Right
got
on
a
your
good.
tail.
We've got a good portion of people that are like caught up because when I drop an episode, it immediately gets a certain amount.
Yeah.
You know,
How many? Like 30?
25.
25? That's cool. We have 25 listeners.
Yeah, there's 25 people probably listening to this.
That's cool.
While you're listening to it, dear listener.
You are one of the 25.
What a community! But then there's also a lot of people that are behind. Like, well,
Please, give us a name for that we can call you. Reach out to us.
we always have like a top, like it. The way you can look at it is like top episode for the month or whatever, and it'll always be the one we just put out. It'll say like in the first 30 days it got this many, or the first week it got this many listens, and then like down the list there'll be like episode 1 is always on the list for the month, and it'll always have so ever many.
We're always getting new listeners. Huh?
We're always getting new listeners.
Well,
I just
they
don't know if
stick
they
around
stick
with
to
us.
it. I have watched it before. Watched a group of people. Since the numbers are so low, I can watch a group of people go through
funny.
the podcast.
Yeah.
It'll be like, oh wow, episode 1 got 6 listens this week, and then the next week it'll be like, oh, episode 3 got 6 listens, and then like, oh, there's 6 on episode 6. And then
really cool.
you can just watch them go
Cool.
through. Kind of fun.
Could also be disheartening if it starts out at like 30 and then it's like, oh, only 24. Oh, 12.
Yeah, it kind of is that way, but also at the same time, it all adds up. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're getting because it shows you your top 10. So if in that top 10 you've got 200 listens,
Yeah.
you got 200 listens that month. Like
Sure.
that's quite a bit.
Sure, yeah, sure.
That's about where we're at right now.
And we're still having fun, aren't we?
yes.
Oh man, totes fun. All kinds of fun.
Gives me
We're telling a
opportunities.
great
to,
story.
Bundles of
Gives
fun.
me opportunities to make music. Gives me opportunities to mix podcasts. Gives us opportunities to just play and be focused.
Yeah.
It's fun. Now, speaking of content, I need to talk to you about this. I want to see if we can do like a Twitch channel and like stream some games.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
If
Who has good enough internet?
I think I do. I want to check. I'm going to check and see.
Dude, hopefully within like the next year or so, I'll be getting fiber. So
I might be getting fiber in the next
Yeah.
month or two.
that okay.
knows?
We're
even
talking about
better.
fiber optic cables, folks, not fiber that you eat.
I would.
I
like
need that
both.
as well.
Both.
But yeah, like y'all need Tyrell get a PS5 as quick as possible. Me and Tyrell were talking about if he gets a PS5, we want to play Bloodborne, and we're going to co-op through Bloodborne.
How can you do that?
God.
I think it would be
You can go up to
hilarious.
3 players.
Yeah, get in on it.
Dark
Seth.
Souls you can do 4.
I think See, I think it would be hilarious to go through that because
It would be fun
because
following
Tyrell's good
Tyrell
at
around.
Souls games. Yeah,
And we suck. And it just,
and I would just be screaming.
Wait, Tyrell, wait for us.
Yes.
We're coming.
The thing is like
It increases for the difficulty.
every player that you put in, the enemies equal out. for
I
what
figured
you-
it would,
what-
but
how
I think
you
I would.
put
I
it
think
in.
I would be a lot more motivated to play if I was.
I
playing
think I
with
would
somebody.
too.
It's a lot of fun. It is a lot more fun with people than it is without.
But I
Yeah.
definitely.
Have you seen the shield dudes? They got these big like door shields.
in 2,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
Oh, there's a
And they
Bloodborne
just-
too.
no, in Dark Souls 2.
Oh, okay.
They're
I know what you're talking about, like blocking off doorways and stuff like that.
doing that, and then just like getting someone in between them, and just like just saying, "All right, okay, if you want to be one of us, you got to do this." And then like get over there, and they're like shield bashing them with these. Like, I'm serious, they're like cement door.
They
giant-
have reliefs like carved
Yeah,
into them.
Oh,
and
my
they're
goodness.
like, "All right, are you ready? Are you ready?" And they just knock him. It's like, "All right, you passed. You're in." And then they kick him off a cliff or something.
But
Oh yeah, there's a lot of games like the Tiny Tina.
yeah, I
thing would be
definitely
fun.
want to have it. That's not coming out till like March of next year, though, right? So maybe by then we can
Suicide
do
Squad
it.
Kill the Justice League. That'd be multiplayer.
That's a game?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So yeah, and we could if we were up to date on consoles and up to date on games, I think we could get people
It's not out
watching
yet
our-
either.
Yeah, right. But I think we could get people watching our stuff. I think that would be fun. It would just be fun just to play with each other. First of all, I want to do that, but like you might as well.
Would it be amazing
I
if that took
hope I
off,
have
but,
good
like,
internet.
Well, then we could get a lot of people on the podcast after that.
I was about to say, what if that
That's
just
the
took off?
medium for us?
Yeah.
It's hilarious that in Dark Souls, in all 3 of those games, they actually made certain areas where you can only go through it single player because they want you to be as challenged as possible
Yeah,
through these.
want you to be vulnerable.
Well, like there's like one area in 3 right before this swamp you get to. It's just full of these things called Corvians, and they're like these like crow people. They have like a human face, but they're like their whole back and everything's like feathery looking.
Disgusting.
And stuff. And, like all like
Hag
hunched
The
Raven.
whole
down.
game is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
But anyway, like you'll walk up on them and they just like kind of huddle down, and then like they'll like raise up and like wings like sprout out of their back, and there's like blood and gore going everywhere. So they're just nasty looking things. And that whole area you have to like run through because it's just full of them and dogs. Don't even get me started on the stupid dogs. There's one there that has a special animation that will rip out your throat.
Oh,
It's the only one in the game like that.
well, those Bloodborne dogs are really bad too.
Yeah, the werewolves and whatnot.
Yeah, they're
It's
so
in that game.
fast.
Yeah.
Are we on the console now?
We're on. I was about to say. So
On
we
the
are on the
console.
console. Before I know.
So what
Tyrell's got
Nintendo
something.
64 game are you playing?
I'm actually playing Skyrim on Xbox One.
Hold
Nice.
on. I got one thing for on the console real quick
Yeah, I'm listening.
before y'all take off because I don't have very much. So I made a video on our Instagram when the Hot Wheels game came out. You know, I texted you. I was so excited. Doesn't live up to the hype. I'm very very upset about it.
No, I think I remember you talking about this.
The original, so I'm calling it the original game. I think it was the first Hot Wheels game. It was Hot Wheels Turbo Racing for PS1. And it was like the first game I ever played on my PlayStation.
Sure.
When I was 5 years old. And it was the coolest game ever. I would still play it now. Like, there were hidden cars on the maps where you could like bust through walls and find shortcuts, and some of them were really hard to get to, so you'd have to go into like exhibition race and drive around and try to hit these jumps perfectly with the right amount of turbos and stuff to get into these secret spots to get these mystery cars. Then there was also like tournament mode where you beat the computer and would win cars and stuff like that.
Was it made by Neversoft? Because that sounds like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 just in a,
Well, it was a PS1 kind of like mechanic for that kind of stuff.
Right.
You know, finding hidden stuff like in walls.
All games had. Yeah.
They still have it now, but like Spyro, that was huge.
Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
What a game.
But so I played that a ton as a kid, and it was great. And it also had a stunt aspect. You could flip and roll your car and everything in the air, and that was how you gained turbo. So turboing is obviously the key to winning. So you had to do stunts to get turbos. Well, now you have to drift to get
I hate
boost.
drifting.
I hate drifting.
Even
Like,
in Mario.
I like drifting on Mario Kart. I'm really good at that. And I don't mind drifting as a mechanic, but don't make me do it. What if I want to drive technically? It's like you have to be drifting all the time to get boost, and then
Drifting's cool.
yeah,
Did you guys
it's so
ever
cool to
play
drift.
Need for
And-
Speed Underground 2?
yeah,
I've never been a racing game guy.
I love
I've
racing
never
games.
either, but Need for Speed Underground 2 was it was lit.
It was a
They
great
had-
game.
they
It
had
had free.
drifting.
It had free roam too.
Yeah, they had free roam, but they also had they had drifting circuits. Like if
Yeah.
you drift the most, you get the most points. But then they turned it around on its head, and they had these like what looked like drift tracks, but they called them Street X races, and they were just these tight technical turns.
Yep.
And you had to tune your car that it could take turns slowly but take off quickly.
Yeah, more acceleration, less
Oh
speed.
my gosh, dude!
See, that stuff's cool. I like technical driving. Well, you can't do that on Hot Wheels. You have to be boosting at all times. And also, this was hilarious. Somehow, so I was playing on medium difficulty, I think, and I was winning most of the time. I get hung up on a race or two every now and then, and then all of a sudden it got extremely hard. Like I was boosting constantly, and I just could not catch people. I was like coming second, third. I was like, I cannot win. I was like, am I going to have to go down from medium difficulty level? I go check my difficulty levels on extreme, highest difficulty.
Baller.
Don't know how it got there.
So you just
The
have
game might have thought you were too good and did it for you.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
Some games
But
do that.
I wasn't good enough for extreme. I can tell you that. But anyway, the game.
Well, you just have to race. You have to turn every single race into this is my perfect run.
yeah,
That's how I win.
have to. Yeah. But if you've played the other Hot Wheels games, I would assume you'd be disappointed. That the graphics are really good, the tracks are really fun, and there's multiplayer you can play online, so that's cool. But you can also customize the vehicles. That's pretty neat. There's a lot of cars to win. You get them in like mystery boxes and stuff, but you can't find cars. There's no stunts, and you have to drift all the time. And it's just kind of monotonous. And the campaign of the game, I can't remember what it's called. Something town. There's just races all over this map, and you just click on them and you go race, and you have to do so good in the race to move on to the next one. And it just goes on forever. There's like 50 something regular races, and then there's like a whole bunch of time attacks and a whole bunch of different races.
I
Like
can't tell if this is a positive thing or a negative.
no,
thing.
it's so much. It's too much. And it doesn't ever change. I mean, it's just like, yeah, well, there was a race, and not to mention
That's how all racing games.
Turbo Racing had.
Do the cars get progressively better as you unlock more races or whatever? Or are they all kind of
You
the same
can
baseline?
kind of use whatever you want. You can also modify the cars to make them faster. Like you can upgrade them.
So it's kind of like Need for Speed Underground 2.
Yeah, but you're not like it's not that technical.
It's just like, well,
just like,
yeah.
I want to upgrade this car, and you click on it
like,
and it upgrades it.
Like on Need for Speed Underground 2, I don't know if anybody can remember.
you
playing
upgrade
it.
parts at a time.
Well, you start out like the best car for me. Like I always wanted to start out with the Mazda Miata, but then I realized that's no. So
I always pick like Toyota Corollas and stuff like that.
they had. Let me tell you what they have. They have the Honda Civic, and it's super sick to start
These are
out with.
basic cars, aren't
Exactly.
they?
these are basic cars, and then you obviously you keep working your way up. And the first car that you play in the game, you borrow it from a friend. It's a Nissan 350Z,
Yeah.
which is I don't know if you remember our fax teacher. She drove a little silver car.
What's a fax teacher?
Miss Sarton.
Miss Sarton.
Remember she
I
had
had her
that
for study
silver
hall.
350Z?
You remember her though, right?
Yeah.
Do
She
you
had
remember
that
her
silver
car?
350Z.
Yeah, your classmate scratched it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't my classmate. He was a
Oh,
grade below
Hansis.
me. Yeah, he scratched it with a rock. Yeah.
Who did?
And then he was valedictorian.
Oh my god.
He was the valedictorian of the class. Yeah.
Ian? Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
Anyway, that's a little off topic.
Off
but-
topic. But anyways, that's the car you wanted to get to, and you realize that's a mid-level. That's a mid-tier car. You get up to the top, you get like a Mustang GT, and then like
Yeah.
other...
They had exotic stuff on there too, probably.
They had Escalades, Navigators, and H2s, Hummer H2s.
Did you ever play Midnight Club 3?
Huh.
Oh my gosh, it beats the crap out of Need for Speed. It has the free roam, but then the races are also free roam. So not all it like you know how Need for Speed you could drive around the whole map, but then when you got in a race it was closed circuit. Not in Midnight Club. You can drive all over the city, so you could take shortcuts wherever. Like it wasn't just where it was
It
marked.
gives me a lot of problems.
No, it was super cool.
Because then I'm super confident in my wrong decisions. I know this is a shortcut. I know it is.
Now,
It's
see,
gonna pan out.
When you get to upper level races, like there's checkpoints. When you get to some of the really high ones, there's way less checkpoints, so you don't know what route you have to take. So I would be like in game, like pausing and looking at the map and looking to the route I needed to take. It was crazy.
So are you done with Hot Wheels?
Yeah, I'm done with Hot Wheels.
What are you
sorry.
playing now?
Oh no, well, I mean, I would still play it, but I'm rotating around. I've been playing Spider-Man. I've been playing Miles Morales a lot. I'm like over halfway through it. I'm trying to finish it. I'm not really enjoying it that much. I like the first game way better for some reason.
This is glorified DLC.
That's kind of what it feels like.
It's not.
And
really
I'm very interested in the story, but like I just don't feel like going and finding all the stuff this time. I don't know if I will or not. Is there any DLC for that game?
No.
Okay.
No.
He's not sure.
I probably eventually will. I'm just going to complete the main story.
Not like there was in the first game,
Right.
where you had the 3 extra stories. No, I don't think there's any DLC for that.
I'm gonna meet the main story, and then I'll probably go and find some of the stuff. I mean, it's still really fun, but and there's some extras. You know, he
I
does.
platinum.
He
It's
does
not
the
a hard
Venom
platinum.
stuff.
I think I New Game Plus it.
It
too.
seems easier to me than the first game.
Yeah, you get those like the Venom powers.
The Venom powers are super good, like
Yeah.
really powerful.
They're just silly.
But I
They're just absolutely goofy.
I've played God of War some.
Oh, you downloaded it?
Yeah, but I didn't know it was like Tyrell told me it was like the 5th game. Or
No,
something.
fourth.
Fourth game?
Fourth game.
It's a soft reboot though. Like
So
you
it
don't
like
have
stands
to know.
alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was interconnected with all the old ones. Like they follow a storyline.
Here's
Not
the thing.
really.
It kind of like they call back to it.
He
But-
killed all the gods of Greece.
Yeah.
So now he's just hanging out with the
In the Norse
in the Norse
godlands,
godlands. Yeah.
and they
But it doesn't
know.
have any. You don't have to know.
Yeah,
Okay.
they know his past,
Yeah.
which I
Great
don't
game.
want to spoil it.
Great
It is-
game.
Do you really like it?
Yes, love that
Yeah.
game. Yes.
dude,
I may need to
it's-
play
It
it
is
more.
slow. It is slow to start. I
kinda
don't know.
slow.
There's
that's
just a certain
okay.
point you just like you get.
I
like,
like the puzzly, like how to
puzzle.
figure out how to navigate stuff. I do like that.
I can remember in high school starting out playing God of War, and like I would talk about it with Coach Cornett. I was like, dude, there's this one puzzle I can't figure it out. It
Did
took
he
me,
play
like-
it?
Yeah. And
Oh,
he's
really?
like, oh yeah, you got to put the dead body in the water and then pick it up. I was like, yeah,
That blows my mind that he plays video games.
Oh man, he did. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I don't think he still
does.
does, but
You know, but
that's funny.
like God of War, how it started out now is so different, and it shows you how video games, how far they've come. Because God of War, the first one,
someone immediately.
well, God of War 1 was released on the PS2 is during this like really like I don't know if you think about it in the great scheme of culture, like a lot of angry like 2000s music
Yeah.
was out, you know, so everybody was like, yeah, jam out to like Skillet and Breaking Benjamin while I'm, you know, punching the hydrant.
Skilled is angry
face.
music.
I mean, they can be. They yell. They, but no, like,
no, I know what you're saying.
you know what I mean? Like there's angsty. It's
That was one thing I was going to say about the original Hot Wheels game is it had like a full soundtrack of like Metallica and,
Yeah.
and crap like that,
Yeah.
and now it's just like funk music.
and now you get these game developers that are approaching these like their own like it's their own art piece. There's a,
Games are becoming art now.
They're very cinematic.
and I'm full for it.
I'm
you
all
know?
for it.
Full
That's one of the things I like. One of the main things I've been playing is The Last of Us, but I can only play it for so long at a time because it stresses me out too bad.
Yeah.
I'm playing
Yeah.
it on hard difficulty because of what Dustin told me the other day about.
challenging yourself.
Yeah, he just said like, if you want a challenge, you have to at least play like above the normal difficulty. Like you have to go a step above the normal, like not easy, not normal, the one above that. So I'm playing on hard.
And it also causes you to strategize.
Right. And I learned the game on hard, so I don't know what it would be like easier. So, like, if I was to go play on easy, it'd be really easy for me now because I already know how to play it on hard. But, yeah, it just stresses me to the max, so I play it, like, to a couple checkpoints.
You know what's
and then I
crazy?
stop playing.
Like I have got like that Miles Morales to platinum it. I had to do a new game plus.
Yeah.
and I just put it on easy. Like my new game
Might
plus.
as well.
Yeah,
You just wanted the platinum
I just
trophy.
want to hurry it through.
Yeah, nothing
Like,
wrong with that.
Yeah,
Don't want to get hung up.
yeah.
But yeah, like, The Last of Us, it feels like it's like you're walking through a movie.
Yeah.
Like, there is a lot of mechanics, like, in strategy and stuff like that, but at the same time, there's a lot of cutscenes, and it's a lot, it's very story-focused.
Narrative
And-
driven.
Yeah, I love that.
And it's they want you to bear the emotional strain of what is going on in that world.
Yeah.
And they do it well.
They do a very good job of it.
Yeah.
I think.
Couldn't get into it.
I get
did
that.
you played the first one? Mm-hmm. And you didn't finish it?
No, not even close.
Didn't get far at all?
Like the first,
Did you get to the part where you get the little girl?
Which little girl?
the main little girl.
Yeah.
No,
Ellie?
You didn't even get that
never
far?
got that far.
You never met Ellie.
Nope, never met
See,
it.
I didn't like it either until she came along. It gets really interesting. It takes too long to get to her, I think. You're walking around with that other woman for too long, I think. Just doing random crap. Just wasting people.
That kind of gets you you know.
I have part 2, so you can just have it. It came
Oh
with
my
my
God.
PlayStation.
I might play it.
Yeah.
Now I've heard it's not as good. There's some. Tyrell agrees that it's not that good.
I looked into those games because I thought they might be pretty good. Because like the story of it, I heard was actually halfway decent.
series of it, actually.
But the second
That's a
one,
little too far for me.
The second one I've heard is.
You just said you're all in on video games telling a story.
Right. Yeah. But like, why do you need another medium to tell the same story? Like in
It's kind of like when they made an Assassin's Creed movie, and we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
The movie wasn't good, was it, Tyro? Did you watch it?
I did. Yeah.
It wasn't.
And
very
I was
good.
expecting it to be actually halfway decent because it had like a decent cast in it.
Yeah.
But
Didn't we recently
Michael-
just watch a video game movie that was actually good though?
Ready Player One.
No.
That's not a video game. That's just based on
Yeah,
several.
I know.
Oh
no, we didn't. Did we? We
I don't remember. I feel like I just watched a.
we saw Venom.
yeah, but that's
comic book.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Doom
Dune.
with The Rock. No, Doom.
Oh, that Dune looks
Which,
pretty
by
good.
the way,
Hold
Doom-
on, hold on. Before we go movie minute,
Yes.
we're gonna that's gonna get very movie
Yes.
related. I know
Let's stick with
Tyrell
that.
hasn't on the console, so go ahead, Tyrell.
Well,
Stellaris.
no.
Oh yeah, you were talking about the modding thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, just that whole thing is just like it's just Bethesda with them coming out with the anniversary edition.
But that's just gross.
I'm worried, guys. Seriously, I am worried about Elder Scrolls 6, what that's going to be like because
I probably will never play it because it's going to be on the Xbox only.
well, I'm just worried about what it's going to be like because of just the way that they've become and the way they did Fallout 4 and 76. So,
What was so bad about them?
well, 76 it's just bug ridden. It had a terrible launch, bunch of bug fixes.
It just works.
Day one.
So people just need to boycott it.
and then
They won't.
won't dude.
work.
When they released that game, the hard copy of it, like the collector's edition of it, it came in a bag. Okay, it's supposed to be like I think it was a canvas
I remember
bag.
this. Yep.
Supposed to be.
Supposed to be a canvas bag.
When they shipped it out to people, it was like a nylon,
Yep.
cheap freaking bag.
Yep.
So people like started complaining about that like massively.
That was like the collector's edition thing.
Yeah, it actually came with like the
You're supposed to get like a satchel bag.
Yeah.
And it was made of.
It came with a T-51B helmet for the power armor and all that
Was
stuff.
the helmet good?
I can't remember what all it did. It was supposed to do some certain things.
People have gotten away from pre-ordering. Like, people think bad about you if you pre-order now.
Really?
Pre-ordering
Why?
used to be super cool. I think the the straw that broke the camel's back was Cyberpunk. Like,
with pre-ordering or
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Well, I think another thing is like games that are MMO style or just online in general. The fact of like pre-ordering
live actions.
Basically, you're paying to win because it might come with something that like
Yeah.
gives you an edge over
Yeah,
other
I'm with
people.
that for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, pre-ordering, I mean, they're making money before the game's even put out. So, like, why put out a good game? And people think
Yeah,
that pre-ordering
the
is just
end product is we want to make money. We're making money before we get the end product, so we can
take this
cut
pile of steaming, warm dog crap and love it.
EA is a prime example of doing
win.
that exact crap because like Battlefront 2 I think is a really good example of that because like I remember Cameron telling me like he read something that like it would take like basically 2 years if you wanted like in game of actually playing the game for 2 years straight to unlock everything in the game in real time, or you can pay a certain amount of money per microtransaction to unlock certain classes and features of the game, which is a lot easier.
You know, I try to get y'all into Magic the Gathering. I'm still playing it. I watch a creator, and the very first day that new sets release, he buys because he's a creator. He's making money on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
He spends. It takes like $300, and he buys all the cards, like just pack after pack after pack. Gets all the cards, and then he can make whatever deck he wants.
Is this
And I can't, like, he shows people what decks they can make, and I can't make those decks because I have to save my packs,
Right.
to try to get the cards. And
Yeah, it's like people that gym on Clash of Clans.
gymming on Clash of Clans.
There's people that like when a new town hall upgrade
Yep,
came
just-
out or whatever, they
Here's
did
$100 and
I have
everything's
not
max.
played
Yep.
that in forever, dude.
I haven't either. I kind of
We
quit.
used to have a big crew.
Was I in your clan?
Hans was the leader. Way back.
Was that wasn't in the one with Kenny and Josh and Flame and them?
No.
I don't think I ever played with them. Yeah, we just had a clan.
Yeah, I was with them for a
Did
while.
you guys ever
Yeah.
see that I don't know if it was like on Reddit or something, but there was this screenshot that somebody shared of a conversation. Hey guys, sorry I missed the last clan war. I was undergoing chemo treatments, and immediately kicked him out and said, Next time, realize where your priorities are.
Oh man, there was nothing worse than someone not hitting,
Not attacking.
because it takes 24. You have 24 hours to attack.
Yeah.
Like, there's no excuse.
No, I agree. Now back when I haven't played that since Hog Whiz attacks were big, and they kind of nerfed them.
I can't even remember what the
But
last were for me.
it was a week or two ago
Storm
at
Dragon,
church. I saw a
Storm
kid
Dragon.
playing it. Like it's still
Yeah, it's still
there.
out there. I saw a kid playing not too long ago. I think a new Town Hall, like Town Hall 15 or 16
Yeah.
out now.
Good for Clash of Clans.
Yeah,
Good
I
for
think-
Supercell.
Yeah.
They make good games.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's-
watched a little thing of like video games through the years, like every month, what was winning, and Clash of Clans. It held its own for a while.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon. It's like just always one of the top.
always
albums.
waiting there.
Yeah.
I think about getting Clash of Clans again, but like no, it's too much.
Way toxic.
I don't know about toxic, but
It can't be more toxic than a Modern Warfare 2 lobby.
Sure not.
Man.
Enough it ain't.
That's another thing, man. Like, now that I got a PS5, Malachi's like, you got to get back in playing online. It's like, I don't really, that's not why I got it.
Yeah.
I'm not really, I downloaded, I downloaded Warzone while you were here that one day, Tyrell.
Yeah.
I played one match of it, and I was like, I'm so far behind. I don't
Yeah.
know
Oh,
anything.
the sliding and all that stuff.
There's a lot of that, but they're just like people. It's like we played PUBG a lot, and we knew places to go and stuff when we were playing all the time.
Yeah.
That's how these kids are to play now. You got 8-year-old kids on there that
Oh, yeah.
just own you. 'Cause you
Warzone's
don't
the big
know.
open map, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Okay.
I would rather play like closed. I Battle Royale's not that fun to me. I don't.
Yeah.
Not especially not.
I'm
if
ready
you're
for
playing-
that fad to die.
Especially if you're playing as just a random. If you don't have
the
a
thing is, like these mainstream games, they're going to be catering to that fan base that does now, and we're not.
yeah,
we're not
because
that
kids
fan
grew up
base.
playing Fortnite instead of playing 4-player one screen
Halo.
multiplayer.
Yeah.
Halo and Modern Warfare. And
Exactly.
like
the
we
Halo
used to.
era is
No
up,
screen peeking.
Yeah,
and the
I seen-
Fortnite era is here.
yeah.
I seen some guy making fun of the like big battle royale type games, and just specifically Call of Duty because of the fact he's like, yeah, this game's like what 130 gigabytes in size. And then this other guy, which is him in this TikTok video, he's like saying something along the lines of, he's like, yeah, I can't put any other games on my Xbox. It won't fit because this is the only game that I have currently, and it's so large I can't put anything else on it. He's like, yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it? So he's supposed to be Activision or whatever.
Yeah, it was as big as you were saying. I mean, it took a long time to
Yeah,
download.
it's like
And then
130 gigs.
I immediately deleted it. I deleted it. Yeah, I played one match. Oh, I'll tell you what I did. You would like this game. Have you heard of Hell Let Loose?
Is that the free game of the month
Yeah,
this year?
it was
this
a
week?
free PS5.
I didn't
game a
download
month.
it. Was it good?
It's not for me. I'll say that, but I could see somebody, especially like Tyrell, because you like Battlefield. I think it's very Battlefieldy. Like it's.
Did you do Overcooked? Was that free last month?
No, I
Was
did
it
not.
free?
I did not want to play that.
That's you'd like that. You, Deb, your sister,
Look like Diner Dash.
kind of.
Yeah, that's
Me and
not,
Cynthia and
that-
Amy have been playing it, and I just
Stresses
scream
me
at them, and it's so fun.
You're the Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah,
But no, it's it's like a huge map, very strategic, like World War II game. And I started looking stuff up about it after I was playing it, and it's like there's all these run and die memes. Because that's what you do. You can only spawn at certain points, at like places that your team has taken over. You spawn there, and then the front line is like 10 miles away, and you just run and run and run, and then randomly just die. You have very low health. But there's all kinds of different classes. So you can be a support class, or you can be like a machine gunner, or like a operator. I thought it might be something Tyrell might look into.
You were talking about back when we were Battlefield, what was it, 2042 was coming out?
Yeah.
You were saying that the trailer for it looked stupid because of the guy jumping out of the jet and turning around and shooting the other jet and climbing back in the same jet
Yeah.
that he jumped out of. Was
Yeah.
stupid. That is actually a Battlefield 4 meme because there was a guy who legit pulled that off.
I'm sure he
in-game.
did, but I just don't think a game should even allow that to be a thing.
It's crazy that he was actually able to pull that
You
off.
can
because
manipulate the physics
Yeah.
if they don't think of the ramifications of their physics. You can manipulate them however you want. You know what I mean?
Was it Battlefield we were watching the other day? I sent you that video of that dude playing with a flute.
that
he's playing with a flute. What do you mean?
He
Like
you
playing
know how
the
we were
game
talking
with-
about people playing Dark Souls with the Donkey Kong bongos? He had some kind of like recorder flute thing hooked up to a battlefield or
That's how you
battlefield
get
or
your
something.
cardio in.
And he was. It showed it in the scope, and there was just a dude way over there, and he's going.
Yeah, it was like
And
it was moving the scope up
It was
and
just
down
barely
every time he blew
moving,
on it.
and then he shoots and he hits the guy and just loses his crap. He's probably been sitting there doing that for 3 hours.
That is hilarious.
Oh my gosh. dude.
I don't know how you would even do that. How do you hook a?
I have no.
I mean, it didn't look
idea.
like a flute controller. I mean, it was making sound audibly.
You've got to have some sort of hookup to your computer to read tunes.
Yeah.
When you're just playing a certain
Read
tune.
frequencies.
Yeah.
Instead of buttons.
It was literally like every time you blow it, just like move up like a centimeter or so, or up or
God.
down.
I can't imagine the
And, like,
amount of time it would just take to calibrate that to
Yeah.
work.
There's some crazy stuff. Like I saw one streamer who like he made it to where if he said certain words, the game would restart automatically, and then like the people talking to him were just like asking him questions. He was answering it just off the top of his head, and they were like stringing words together so that he would read one thing and then it would trigger his thing and he'd have to restart
Just
all the
messing
time.
with
Most would do
Yeah,
that.
just
You could
make
say
sure.
Xbox turn off, and it would
Yeah.
turn off.
Oh wow, that's
Like you
terrible.
troll somebody,
So rude.
you know, you keep trolling them over and over in the same multiplayer game, and your name is Xbox turn off or something. You're like, Xbox turn off! How dare you? And it turns off. You know?
Well, I platinumed Horizon Zero Dawn. I think that's free. You should. That's a pretty good game.
How
I
good of
don't
a game
think it's
is
on
it?
there.
Maybe not.
It's not PlayStation Plus.
Maybe it was free 1 month and I just got it.
Man,
Do what?
You like it?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I platinumed it.
I think it's a solid game.
Yeah.
Shooting robots with a bow.
Sure.
It's pretty difficult.
Yeah.
What kind of universe is this supposed to be?
Present day. Or not present day. Like, the world ends in like 2064 or something like that.
So it's a post-apocalyptic
Post-apocalyptic.
shooting mechs with a bow.
Yeah. Very cool story. And that's the whole thing.
Interesting.
You find out why the world has fallen apart like this. And yeah, super cool. Super cool.
If
Yeah.
it pops up on there, I'll download it and play it. I'm just playing everything I can get my hands on.
And then they have Forbidden West. Is that
It's
what's
coming out soon.
Yeah.
The storyline of it kind of reminds me of that D&D book that I got, that Arcana of the Ancients kind of thing. It's pretty cool. I thought that's the one.
Is that the one you sent to me for the Tiger Skull game?
Yeah, I need to send you that, Seth. It's a
It's
PDF.
cool. It's got like futuristic, like alien kind of stuff in there.
Yeah, it's
perfect.
D&D 5e, but it's a plug and play. You just drop it in and you can do whatever you want with it. It's got like technology in it, but it's not considered magical stuff.
See, I found a zombie game like that. It's 5th edition, and you just plug and play.
This is actually it's actually meant to go with like the ancient times though. Like they're like supposed to be like a creator race or whatever before, and then
That's cool.
That's pretty neat.
technology from before.
But now I'm back to playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
I want to play that game online again so bad. I
Well,
played it once.
I'm hoping to get good internet, and then I can play it online. I plan on platinuming it.
I played it.
Solid game. I have it. I love Skyrim right now.
I played that game online for like 3 days and then ate through 10 gigs in 3 days. And I didn't play it for like 3 days straight. I played it for like maybe 4 hours per day for 3 days. and I ate through 10
the
gigs.
data now is you just can't do it like we used to. We used to play when we were playing Modern Warfare 2 a lot. I think our monthly internet for the house was 5 gigabytes. We had like a Verizon Jetpack thing, and I would play almost every night after school. Me and Malachi would, and we never went over in this house. I think he went over some because he played a lot more than me. But yeah, we had 5 gigabytes.
I have 100 gig, and we have to be careful not to go over that.
Yeah.
Because the last bit, it's just horrible if we go over it.
That's crazy.
Please hurry, fiber.
Yeah, I have
I'm really-
15.
I'm loving our
I don't have to
internet
worry about
right
it
now.
anymore because my Xbox doesn't work. So.
I'm loving our internet right now. It's still not like warp speed, but it's pretty fast. I mean, I'm downloading games overnight or through the day before I get home,
I will say the one thing that's really cool about if you want to like download mods for Skyrim is that you can go on Nexus through your phone and you can download mods on your phone just using normal internet on your phone.
Hey, have you played Skyrim on Alexa?
On Alexa, no.
Pretty sure that's a version.
The Skyrim very special edition.
When they make a PS5 version, and I can get the platinum for that, I'll play it again.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What does it take to platinum Skyrim?
It ain't too bad.
What? Platinuming anything is a horrible, horrible thing.
You need to get into platinuming. Platinuming
No.
is so fun.
Probably
I am not like that. I'm
Trophy
not a
Hunter.
grinder.
Let's do it. Come on. Let's do it, Trophy Hunter.
Probably the hardest achievement in that game to get is probably getting the level 81 or whatever that one is.
Well, that just takes the longest.
Yeah, that's like probably the hardest one to get.
I
to.
like
One of the longest ones actually that took me was just getting 100,000 gold. Like it takes a long time just to save up that much gold.
You have to save it up to have that at one time.
Yeah.
The way I did it was just by doing those Thieves Guild quests over and over again. It was the easiest way to do it.
I think one of the last ones it took me to get was getting 14 Daedric artifacts.
Do you have to get all
Oblivion
the?
Walker.
Do you have to get all the stones of Baron's Eye or whatever?
Nope, not a.
That's not a thing to
achievement.
platinum the game.
I did get that
that's
on
so
the
hard.
360.
Yeah. That's not hard.
Did you look it up on the internet to do
Yeah,
it?
you just got to get a list.
Probably.
Get a list. It takes you an hour.
I wish
or two.
they'd put it like clues in the game that you could find rather than.
Well,
Yeah, they meant to. And I
they
think
did,
they
and they patched it to make it where you couldn't see them again. On
Hey,
purpose.
how about the bugs in jars?
There was like a whole conspiracy theory behind those, by the way.
Please tell us. I've always wondered about the bugs.
I've
It's
actually
supposed to
got
be like
one.
a cross-section map, and they're all like supposed to like intersect between the Throw of the World, the mountain in the center, because it's supposed to be one of the towers of Tamriel. Okay. The towers are like what hold reality in place in those games.
Lord Tyrell.
really?
Yeah, that's the reason there's like a time break and whatnot on top of.
Where are
mountain.
the bugs in the jars?
But here is
All
what.
over.
Yeah, there's five of them. I've actually got one. I've
So
got
if
the
you were to
Firefly.
take a topographical map of Skyrim and
draw
mark
lines
those
and connect
spots, what would it make?
It would go. They all like intersect across that mountain, supposedly. Like their lines, like directly across from each other, supposedly.
But also Bethesda. I was listening to Camel, and he did an expose on it. It was a cut quest
A cut quest.
Yeah.
I haven't heard this one.
from Bethesda. Like
You
that's
should be able to find that easily
the
enough.
mouth
It
there.
should be just somewhere in the PC version. You could just find the code for it.
I don't know if they didn't flesh out the code. They just put in those and from the word of mouth of the developers.
I reckon you can find some crazy stuff if you just start playing with the code of Skyrim. Like they have dialogue stuff that they cut. And
Yeah.
So it's all out there.
yeah,
Everything they cut from the game is able to be downloaded.
No. If
Just the stuff they
if
patched
don't-
over to disappear-
If they
to
don't,
delete.
if they patch over it, you can find it. If they never put it in the game, you can't.
Yeah. There's cut content though. I mean, there's actually a mod called the Cutting Room Floor.
Yeah.
And it adds in like a bunch of new cut content that was originally in the game. They just directly ripped out.
I don't know how that game is so vast.
But like,
That is insane that somebody
Red Dead
made all
Redemption's
that.
that vast though.
It is.
The second one?
Yeah.
yeah, it's massive.
Well, I've never played it. I just played the first one.
Crazy.
I never beat the first one. I want to go back and beat the first one.
I don't like. I liked the game. I never beat it, but I did really like the game. There's something about like just the mechanics of Rockstar games, like as far as shooting and things like that. Like when I played LA Noire, it gets super weird when you're like playing like a role playing game and you go into a combat scene. The mechanics are just kind of hard. The way the guns aim, the reload button's always different. I don't know. It's just not. It's not like when you're playing a first-person shooter and you run up and crouch somewhere, or even like
You don't like third person?
I don't really like third person, but like what's the one? Ghost Recon? Is that what you?
Oh
call it?
yeah.
Yeah.
All
That's a good third person.
I like that game. The thing about that game is like it's not like just third person because like when you actually go to aim, you can choose between like it's kind of more like a second person where it's like over the shoulder kind of view.
Yeah.
Like directly over the shoulder.
that's. Are you talking about like Resident Evil 4 mechanics? Kind of what they did.
I've never played Resident Evil 4.
Just like you can see like the side of your dude's head.
Yeah, they changed the game with their aiming because before that it was first person, it was third person, but this is over the shoulder camera.
Yeah, that's
I
kind
don't
of. It's
think
like
I
right
like that
here.
either.
Like you're able to see down your sights, and you can still see your character's shoulder and like the side of their head here.
See, they mitigated that.
And they
by
kind
putting a laser
of
dot.
Fallout.
See, I don't like. Yeah, Fallout. I didn't like that
Fallout
either.
switches from third to first,
Yeah, this is like you can,
and they switch aimless. Or I mean,
your camera's like
seamlessly.
right here, like right behind your shoulder.
Yeah.
And you can still see your character's shoulder and the side of their head and like where they're aiming. Or you can actually go full first person where you're actually aiming on sides.
And this is these types of games are where it gets really important. You choose your shoulder.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're leaning, you can change your shoulder,
Yeah.
and the camera basically just rotates barely.
There was so
In
much
third person, it doesn't matter,
complicated.
but
there was so much like mechanic wise that you could do in Ghost Recon Wildlands. Like when you're aiming at sights, you can press up on the directional pad. You'll either screw on a silencer or screw it off. If you press down, if you have a grenade launcher attached, you'll switch to the grenade launcher while aiming at sights, or you take it back up and go back to the gun. If you switch over to the right, you switch between different types of sights. Like if you have like a magnification or whatever,
Yeah.
or I can't remember what left does.
That is really cool. I mean, it gets it's a realism kind of thing.
if it was left, it might have been different visions.
It
like-
was, yeah.
like night vision, and
Yeah, it's been a minute.
you can almost guess this type of stuff.
Yeah. No, that is
Just how
cool.
intuitive it is.
But yeah, as far as like Rockstar games, like on Red Dead, I just had a whole lot of trouble, like just in combat situations. I didn't die a lot or anything. It was just like I couldn't make it. I was just like I can't do what I'm trying to do. Like I want to run over there and get behind that thing, and I can't get behind it how I want to.
Would it be okay if I spoiled Red Dead 2 a little bit? That I know, I haven't finished it, but I know kind of what happened.
What the story? I think Seth's already
Yeah, I
beat
beat
it.
it.
Oh, you have? Okay, so
I don't care.
Arthur has tuberculosis at the end, and that's how he dies. I think whenever I played it, if that is the case, I think I just met the guy that gave it to him.
Downs.
I don't know.
You were collecting money, and you beating him, and he's coughing in your face,
Yeah.
and you walk away with a bloody face.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I think.
Oh, that's
So
terrible.
yeah, I saw that,
And
and
from that moment on, the game just starts going way downhill. Everything's kind of happy. You're on top of a cliff. Your camp. It's just beautiful. And then immediately after that, you start going downhill. And as you're going downhill, your character's going downhill because you're just coughing all the time. You can't breathe. And the story.
Yeah,
Really?
I haven't made it too far.
That made
past
me want to play it.
It's
the scenes where that, like, I don't know, it's supposed to be like the specter of death or whatever, the coyote that keeps like popping up. You know what I'm talking about? Like when he starts having like the visions when he's like trying to walk through like the doctor's office and stuff toward the end.
well, that's just if you're bad. If you're good, you see a buck.
Really?
Oh, there you go. Little interesting tidbit about Tyrell's character.
I did not know that.
You were playing unhonorable.
more of an evil character. Yeah.
Imagine that.
Hey, it's
So-
hard. It's really hard because the game wants you to steal and rob and kill.
I just went with it. I was just going with like
Yeah.
robbing everything,
Yeah.
taking everything.
Cynthia was playing it last night, and she's like, "Shoot that person! Shoot that person!"
Track that woman through town behind your horse.
You can.
Yeah, you definitely can.
So
great game.
wait, we touched on this a minute ago. Let's move to movie minute. 'cause
Yeah, I want to go movie minute.
I'm super excited about Dune.
Are you?
Yeah,
I mean,
like I'm going
is
to
that
a watch
a
party.
revamp?
No, well, yeah, kind of.
It's a book.
It is a book. They made a movie in the 80s. But I mean, dude, this is basically the way that I've seen it been told. Everything in science fiction that you like is based in part on Dune.
I need to read this book. I kind of wish
It's
I
a
read
series.
it before.
It's like a series of books.
Oh god.
Is it? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I thought it was just.
I didn't know that either.
I thought it was just one big book because the movie's not the whole book.
It's like
Right,
a deserty science fiction thing.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I have a friend of mine who I go to church with, and he's like almost twice my age. He's like, yeah, dude. Every time I see the series, I buy it. It doesn't matter if I'm at a yard sale. If I see it, I'm buying it. That's cool. The whole series, and like that's what he's into, and he's having a watch party, and I'm definitely going to it. But
Is it HBO or something?
Yeah, mhm.
It's not theaters. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be. In
they're
theaters.
releasing both.
Oh,
if
okay.
it were my,
They should have put it theaters only though.
If it were my preference, I would go watch it in IMAX.
Yeah,
You know, because that would be
it definitely
cream of the
looked like an
crop.
IMAXable movie.
Yes, it is an epic.
Pretty cinematic.
Like I don't describe movies as that. I wouldn't describe Star Wars as an epic.
No.
This is an epic,
Okay.
you know. And there are a lot of things I think George Lucas maybe not based in part directly, but there's a lot of similarities between what happens in Dune and some of the mechanics in the Star Wars universe.
How old are these books?
I mean, they're older than Star Wars.
Really?
Yeah. This dude, the way that, and I know he was a fan, the guy I was telling you about from my church. I know he's like a big fan of the books, but like the way that he described it, he's like the J.R.R. Tolkien of science fiction.
Okay.
You know, not so much. Arkham Horror creator
Lovecraft.
Cthulhu
Oh, yeah, H.P.
Lovecraft.
Lovecraft,
He's not like H.P. Lovecraft, who is like this body horror
Yeah.
type. This is more of a science fiction in its pure form.
Yeah.
You know, Wells.
Oh, yeah.
H.G. Wells. Kind of in that same vein, you know.
I'd be interested in watching it.
Yeah,
I
I'll
don't know
probably watch
I don't
it.
know that I'll make much of an effort to, but if it's available, I would watch it.
I think it's going to be...
Amy wants to go see it. Like, she's like, this is a movie I have to watch. Like, this is.
Does she know anything about the
No.
lore or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
I can't believe she wants to watch this movie.
The trailer's pretty epic, I will say.
Yeah.
It makes you kind of want to watch it.
Yeah. I mean,
and
they're-
I've been seeing the ads everywhere. So.
And they're hyping it up. I don't... The reason I think they're hyping it up, it's not because of the star power they're bringing to it, which is pretty amazing, by
Timothy
the way.
Chalamet, Zendaya.
Jason Momoa,
Yeah.
Batista's in it, Dave Batista. Like, they're bringing some pretty heavy hitters to it, but also, like,
And they've not got the green light to finish the series yet. Like, it has to do well.
yeah, the story is worth telling, and it's just that it's the story itself is good. The
Is
movie
it
I
going to
don't
be
know.
all the books in one movie?
I don't know.
It's not because they have to finish it, or people's like that's why people are saying you need to go to theaters to watch it because it has to get enough money for them to greenlight the rest of the series.
Okay.
Well, I think if I'm not mistaken, like the HBO release gives the studios the money, but not the actors. I
You
think
don't have
that's
to
the
pay for
fallout.
HBO releases though. If you have HBO, you can just watch it for
Right,
free.
yeah.
Unlike
So
Disney.
HBO's getting that
Plus.
money.
But well, yeah, I don't know how you.
They've already got your money. You know, it's not like me going and buying a $20 movie ticket and giving it directly to the cause.
Dude, if
you
it's-
go, if any of y'all go watch it in theater, I'll try to go.
probably-
Yeah, I mean, if
Okay, well, let me know when you go.
I think we're gonna watch it like the weekend it premieres. If it's good
Yeah,
enough,
I mean, I might just go with you. If y'all watching at home or at the movie,
we're
theater?
be watching at this guy's home.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, like
I won't invite myself to his house.
he's not gonna pull an Anthony and invite
Yeah.
himself. But like if I mean
The
if
rest
it's-
of us will go watch it elsewhere, Anthony.
if it's good, like if it's a good story, if it's awesome, if it's worth at least watching twice after this release, I'll buy a ticket to the theater and watch
Okay.
it.
Well, speaking of
Squid
theaters-
Game now.
Oh, I was going to say we went and watched Venom since we
we not
went
talking
as
about
the commoners.
Venom was good. Yeah, not as good as the first one. I
It
think we all
wasn't.
anticipated.
Yeah, I didn't think it was as good as the first one.
It was okay.
Not enough carnage. Too much of the shriek.
I did not like the way they did Carnage's voice. I was not a fan of that. I really liked the original almost cartoony
Screaming.
shrieking, screaming Carnage.
Yeah.
Like from Spider-Man 2000 game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they didn't do that.
Nope.
It was really funny.
The whole thing, the only reason to go though and to watch the movie, like it was fine. It was a good enough movie. The whole thing, the whole reason you want to go is for the end credit scene. Like
That is true.
you want spoilers?
No, I better not.
We have to talk about it.
Yeah, we do. We do. Oh, you don't want spoilers? Okay, well,
come on. It ain't that big a deal.
listeners,
Do
hit
it.
the skip forward button.
Do it up.
Yeah, we're done.
I don't trust you.
No, it just it brought Venom into the MCU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Also,
And I think it's going to be right when that magic spell of Doctor Strange's that we've seen on the ads are taking place.
so what's coming out next Marvel wise? Is it going to be the Spider-Man? Or is it
Morbius might be
or
coming
will
out
it be
before then.
Doctor?
Is Morbius Sony or
What's
is it
Morbius?
It is connected.
Is it MCU?
Yeah,
okay,
it's connected.
Morbius is.
I hadn't even heard of this.
Did you ever watch the animated series of Spider-Man? I
No.
think we've covered this. Okay. Well, Morbius was a disfigured vampire type character, and Morbius.
So they're making this is a Marvel MCU movie.
yeah.
I hadn't even heard of this one. And what about
the Eternals is coming
the Eternals also? Yeah.
Oh, and you're excited for the Eternals, right?
I am just giving Kevin. I'm gonna doubt Kevin Feige when Kevin Feige gives me a reason to doubt him.
Okay.
Like,
The guy that's taken
Solid.
over.
yeah,
Solid.
no, he's been over for a long
Is
time.
he the one that did Shang-Chi that you're so fond
Yeah,
of?
that's what I. Yeah,
And
that was the movie.
somebody
Shang-Chi was so good.
told me that Shang-Chi was like super woke, and like your woke radar is way higher than other people's, and you didn't say anything woke about Shang-Chi.
Seth is doting.
Did not see anything woke in that movie.
I'm gonna believe you over anybody else because you
'cause
see
I see
woke
that.
stuff where no one else does. He uproots it where
no, I didn't think it was woke at all.
Okay, good.
The only thing I heard about that was kind of weird about it is like it was like super supportive of like Chinese kind
Chinese
of
Communist Party
propaganda type stuff.
Shang-Chi was?
Yeah,
Shang-Chi?
that's what I heard. I don't know.
like Mulan.
I haven't watched it.
Like
I don't know.
Mulan.
Mulan. It wasn't in the movie that Mulan. It was just where they were recording and everything.
Right,
for
yeah.
Mulan, yeah. I never watched that movie, so
I haven't either.
Isn't that the same city where they had all the Uyghur Muslims? Isn't
I
it?
don't know.
Yeah, there was like a
Where they were-
concentration
yeah.
camp of a bunch of Muslims. Yeah.
Yeah, the Uyghur Muslims.
No, I really enjoyed Shang-Chi, and that's why the Eternals. will
So
probably-
this guy that has taken over this phase
No,
of
he hasn't taken.
No,
over
Kevin
this phase.
Feige has been in
He's
charge
been
for a
over
long
it.
time.
Yeah,
okay,
He's
so
like
you're
been
saying
not-
you're not giving up on Marvel? Is that
Yeah,
what
I'm
you're
not
saying?
going to give up on Marvel
Okay,
yet.
I'm not either.
Like, I thought, like, I was, after Endgame, I was like, well, it's just downhill. But I enjoyed Black Widow. Like, they
I
set
haven't
up-
watched it. I want to watch Black Widow.
They set
It's
up a
on
new
Disney Plus
character.
right
yeah,
now. Isn't
yeah.
it?
It's
Okay.
released on Disney Plus now.
I need to
Full
watch it.
release, not a. You don't have to pay $30.
Do I need to like watch Loki or anything first?
No.
I finished WandaVision. Did I tell you that?
Did you? No,
Yeah,
you didn't.
what'd you think?
Did you like it?
It was okay. Like I don't know what the rave was. You know, it was just it was pretty good.
The Vision is back.
I think the
I
Wraith.
think what?
The Vision, he's back by the end of WandaVision.
No, he's not.
The white one flew off.
Oh yeah. I completely forgot about that. I don't care about him though. I never liked him. I don't
I
like
don't know
him.
why. He's super awesome.
I like Jarvis. I
He's
don't
just
like
an
him.
elevator that's picking up the Mjolnir.
And I don't
so-
like
It's
that.
just an elevator.
yeah.
I don't like
He's
that
not worthy.
Wanda is like so obsessed with him. I mean, he's a robot.
Well, they fell in
They
love.
fell in love.
They can't though.
but they
Why?
did.
They
Shouldn't.
did.
Shouldn't.
But they did.
It was like a
sentient. He's
I
sentient
understand.
AI.
I
He has
understand that he
feelings.
is.
They
It
worked
always
on that
weird-
for like 3 movies.
It weirded me out the whole time though. I hate their whole dynamic. I hate the two characters. Don't like them.
Wanda is like super
Wanda's
powerful.
awesome.
I know
Yeah,
she is,
dude,
and I think she would be awesome
She's
on her
like
own.
an
But she's
omega
like-
level mutant.
she is weakened by her feelings for him.
No.
You sound like a supervillain.
Yeah.
I'm not a supervillain. I don't know. I don't like their
You sound
dynamic.
like you want to bring down the Vision.
I don't like their dynamic. Like I feel like is she not powerful enough to like rip Thanos to pieces?
Yeah.
She just sits there crying, watching him kill Vision.
I mean, she does try to stop him.
She didn't do much.
No.
Well, he also
gauntlet's
had
pretty strong.
the Infinity Stones.
I know he did.
Which, kind of.
And then she just like turns into a psychopath after that and goes and creates her own world.
Yeah. You,
She has-
Like get over it, like everybody else did.
I think you should.
Some people can't get over things.
read the House of M comic book.
No, I'm not reading a comic.
Oh, okay.
I'll watch a comic movie, but I will not. read it.
I started Loki though, and I'm not very far, but I'm
I
gonna
need to
watch
watch.
it.
I'm not. One Division is the only one I finished. I need to watch the What If. The What If looks good.
What if is?
What If looks great, but
Yeah, I need to watch the latest episode.
there's too much stuff.
That's
You
what
like you have
want.
you have to be completely like I don't watch anything but what Marvel does.
That's not true.
No, not
There's
at all.
so much. I
You
don't
could-
have
like
time to
6 to
watch
8
stuff.
You could catch up on your day off. Like you could wake up at 7 a.m.
I
on a
cannot
Saturday.
devote a day to that.
No, it's not a day. It's 3 hours.
Can't. Don't have it.
Don't have it.
Don't have it.
Do you have an hour?
No, it'd be more than 3 hours.
I
'Cause
watched-
They're like 40, 50-minute episodes, and there's like 6 to 8 of them. So it's.
No, I'm not saying like binge a whole series in a day. I'm saying to keep up for the week.
Well, I like
3
Oh, once
episodes.
they're out, though, it'll be done.
here's me. I'm like, okay, it's an hour and a half before bed. Do I want to watch WandaVision or do I want to play a video game?
Sure.
Playing the video game 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
So it took me
9
You're
times
gonna
out of
lose that battle, my friend. You're gonna lose that battle 9 times out of 10.
That go the way you think? I didn't think so.
Anywho,
Squid Game?
sorry, Squid Game. Go ahead.
Squid Game? I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Hate the dub over. Man, I hope.
Oh, so it's still Korean or whatever it is.
No. It's English.
Yeah, I've
Dubbed,
heard you
though.
lose like a lot of like sound. Something about the sound.
So like
off
if you
with the
watched
dub.
if you watched it sub, it would be better than dub.
I don't think that would. That's true. Wait, what's.
Subtitle is sub.
Yeah, I don't like subtitles. I hate reading.
So it's
things.
English
Right.
dubbed.
It's
It's
English.
like old Godzilla.
So yeah. It's
Yeah, that would be tough.
the mouth doesn't move, and then all of a sudden there's a voice going for a while.
What
They
was-
did pretty good on some of them. Like,
What was that show they used to air late, like on MTV or VH1, where it was like that Korean game or Chinese game show?
No,
or
you're
Japanese?
talking. Yeah, you're talking about
It was like Wipeout,
No.
but it was all overdubbed, and the people
was
would get up
on-
there to do the challenge and like
wasn't that
wave
on
and
Spike?
Yeah, and it would dub
Let's
something
go!
over like, I just crapped my pants. Just stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But that is so bad.
Yeah.
That has to be bad.
That's the worst part of this. It was everything else was so good. Like if you spoke Korean, this show would probably be freaking awesome. Like
Really?
yeah.
'Cause it
Because-
was too distracting.
It's not even that distracting. Like
Just annoying.
it's annoying.
You're
sometimes.
getting somebody's calling.
Here we
you.
go. Most extreme
It's MX
elimination
something.
challenge.
MXE?
MXC.
MXC. Yes. I knew it was MX something. I was sitting over here while Seth was talking and thinking MX3. It's like, no, that's like a Mazda car.
Oh my gosh. Characters.
That's an MX5.
Vic Romano. They're like Japanese guys. I'm Vic Romano.
Remember Silent Library?
Yeah, I never watched it.
Yeah,
but
I've seen that.
Does that still come on? That is one of the greatest game shows of all time. That is so funny. Anyway, go ahead about Squid
Hold
Game.
on. Cut. Pick up.
Put her up to the mic.
Hi, you're
Might
on.
be
You're
conflict.
on the commoners of D&D.
Say it in common.
Say it in common. Hello. You're on Say It in Common. You're on Say It in Common. What would you like to voice to the listeners?
You better get your butt home or you're not going to have a wife anymore.
Well, I guess that's just a risk I'm gonna have to take here.
Alright, we'll be glad when you get home.
I have the vehicle, so that's not true.
I have legs.
She's going to take off walking.
Just take off walking. Then I'll just come and pick you up wherever you are.
You just see him on the side of the road. Hey, get in.
Wow, that was rude. Love you. Be home in a little bit.
An hour? 2 hours. It's been... I thought.
Okay, well, we had 2 episodes to talk about.
I'm going to dump your food down the drain if you don't come home.
I'm working on it. Bye. You're slowing the process down right here.
I'm home.
I can't. We're not done.
We're almost done, but we had to stop to take a phone call.
Haley's not called Tate yet.
You don't know that.
Well, I'm going to call him.
All right, I'll be home as soon as I can. Love you. Bye.
Okay, we got about 30 seconds, guys.
No, but Squid Game, like, it was well recorded, cool story. Just the dubbing is a little bit.
I mean, if
painful
that's
at times.
your one complaint about
Yeah,
it, then
it's
I'd say
not
it's
that
a
big
pretty
of a
solid.
complaint.
Yeah.
Yeah. And someone said, what? It's what? Torture porn?
That was what I said.
We were wondering
That
if
was
it
what I had heard. What, Tyrell? Were you saying
I
something?
heard like if you listen to like the English dub, it like you lose some of the sound. Something about the sound is like off. Like and also like a lot is lost in translation too.
Yeah,
I
of
did
course.
hear
That's-
someone who watched it
that's-
in Korean said that. But
That is the case. With,
actually, I heard that the Korean words and the subtitles didn't match up.
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I mean that's the
sucks
same.
either way.
It's the same thing with like
if you don't speak Korean, you are missing out.
if you play a Japanese game and it's in
done
English, it. Well, I'm just saying, like if you're playing Dark Souls, it's a Japanese game. But like if you play Dark Souls in the English version, you lose a lot in translation from. the
However,
Japanese
if you're
version.
playing an English game and you're Japanese, you're missing out on some things as well.
Probably.
Probably
No,
not.
no,
They
that
probably
actually
add
is
more.
the case with Metal Gear Solid, Peace Walker. This game, there's this scene where you're being tortured. You know, so you're getting. It's in like comic book style, so you never see that, but you hear bzzz, and the guy's going and he's being electrocuted.
Yeah.
In the Japanese version, it's you're being tickled. So it's like so
Countries
here's
have
this thing.
weird laws on games,
Yeah,
man.
It's
You're
like
not allowed
okay,
to torture people in
begin
Japan?
begin the experiment or something, and all you hear is
That's funny. No, that would torture me if somebody's tickling
But
me.
this reminded me of a little bit of Hunger Games, but way more in depth.
Is it super gory or something?
I didn't think it was.
I
that
think it was.
gory.
I think
Like,
it was an assumption somebody was making.
No,
It was
it's like-
they thought it was like
the
Saw
first game
or something.
It's kind of Saw-like in a way, but it's not as gory as Saw. Saw was just buckets of blood. This like
Right.
that's what
the
we
first
call
game they're
torture porn.
playing red light, green light, and if you move and they can tell that you moved on a red light, you get shot. And like it's got good blood splatter. and
Okay,
stuff,
so it's
like-
just shooting. It's not like
yeah.
stretching people in half.
No,
and-
no, nothing
Okay.
like that. No, no.
No organs.
Nice
seeing.
twiddly mustache.
Thank you.
At one point, like I think there's a doctor that's dissecting bodies, and he pulls out an eye. And it's a good looking eye. Like it looks great.
It's a good looking eye.
Oh man,
Like it's the CGI or whatever is really good. It's well produced. It's a great looking piece of movie or show. It's just the dubs,
yeah.
but it's worth watching. I would definitely recommend it. Also,
Korea's putting out some good stuff.
yeah, this is the most watched thing ever on Netflix, and it's
You
only been
is
out
or
for like
Squid Game?
no
Oh.
Squid Game.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's
That
how
fast.
big it blew up. Yeah.
Dude, I know people in Concord that are posting on Facebook about it that I wouldn't think would be into it. You
It's
know?
good. It's really good. Everyone should watch it.
Yeah, don't have time. Too much Marvel to watch.
I've said it before. Awesome show.
He's been harping on it since it came out.
Oh, you watch it again or something?
There's a new season.
Oh,
Came
new
out the
season.
15th, and me and Cynthia are almost done with it.
Cool.
It
So
remi-
they put out the whole season at a time.
Yeah, on Netflix.
It kind of reminds me of like Dexter. I don't know if you ever watched Dexter.
Yeah, I love Dexter.
Okay.
No,
I mean,
Dexter
you-
has a conscience.
Yeah, I know. It's no. Like it's not.
Yeah, you're
not-
inside the mind of the insane person.
Yeah, I'm not saying like they're comparable. It's just kind of got that same feel about it.
Yeah, where Dexter thought he like. It's funny because Dexter thinks that he's a bad guy. Like his inner monologue is just like always like I'm so horrible.
Yeah.
But he's doing good things. He only does good things pretty much. Like
Right.
everything he does is justifiable and stuff. This is the exact opposite. This guy thinks that he makes perfect sense and he's on board and on top of everything and no. But he's a great character.
Yeah.
I have one movie that I saw a trailer for that I don't know if y'all saw, but I really want to see it. And I'm not like a horror film guy, not that much. Like I like scary movies. You got
Black Phone.
Yes!
Yes!
I was gonna say let's say it on 3 if you think you know what I'm gonna say.
The what?
No, I like when they make something new out of a horror film.
I saw this and I immediately was like, this movie looks so good.
The Black Phone.
The Black Phone.
You need to go watch the
Ethan
trailer.
Hawke.
It just popped up on a YouTube thing for me. It was YouTube
So it
commercial.
sought you out. Is what
It
you're
did,
saying.
yeah, and it got me. I want to see it in
Yep.
theaters.
I thought it's October. It's going to come out this month. Is
it?
not? No, it's February of next month.
Oh yeah, that's
or
right.
next year.
We got a long time to plan for this.
Yeah, looks like a.
It
great
looks so good. I can't even really explain to it. Dude kidnaps a kid, and he's in a room with just this one phone.
Yep. It's
And-
not connected to anything. And then all of a sudden, like, spirits of all these other kids that he's already kidnapped and killed are helping this kid figure out how to fight and escape.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
So good.
Tyrell, what are you thinking?
I think I saw that preview actually.
Yeah.
I think I have
the
seen
Black
it.
phone.
Oh my
you
god.
got-
Looks
Hawke.
intense.
Looks so good.
It's
Ethan
the
Hawke
phone on the
always
wall,
has
right?
some-
Yeah. I have seen it. Yeah.
Ethan Hawke has solid roles.
Who's Ethan Hawke? The
bad guy.
kidnapper?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
He's got
for
like
sure.
the devil's mask. On.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's spooky too. It looks like he's just going to keep popping up all the time.
Super grin.
Yeah.
Yep. Man.
Oh yeah, great looking movie. I'm so excited that you said that.
Yep.
DC Fandom was this Saturday, and they put a new trailer out for the Batman. Still looking awesome. They put a trailer out for the Flash.
When's the Batman coming out? Robert Pattinson, right? When
next
is
year.
that? Huh?
Sometime next year, March actually. I think March 4th or something.
Okay.
Only in theaters.
Hey, that's good. Good for them. Bully for them.
Um,
Although, isn't DC like really on
HBO.
HBO?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Like they're John Cena's getting a Peacemaker movie or
saw that.
series.
Series,
that's
yeah.
going to be on HBO
I need to watch
The
the
John
Suicide
Cena?
Squad.
from the
John
the Suicide Squad. You know his Peacemaker character.
Oh, that's who he was?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember you saying that when we were watching
I need
What
to
else?
watch it.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
They're making another
It,
Aquaman.
it was really
movie.
good.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was very violent and a lot of language, but it was really good.
That's okay.
Yeah, a lot of good movies, a lot of good games coming out.
It's good. It's good to know. I'm glad we can go back to the movie theater now. You know,
Yeah.
I love the movie theaters. Like it
Hey, I've never been a huge movie theater guy, but like when
Until you couldn't go.
we couldn't go, I was like, I don't probably go to the movies, but a couple times a year, and I was like, I'm missing it. I want to go watch, big film opening night.
Big film.
anything else?
That's all. I mean, I've got some other stuff, but I'll save it for next time. 'Cause we've been.
Anything
Been
in
going
common
on a
life
while.
that you want to spout about before?
I actually have something that came up today that it's and we don't have to argue about it.
Is this hot take?
Kind of.
Okay.
My aunt's new husband works for Verizon. He like helps decide where towers are going to go or whatever. And he was informed today that if he doesn't get the vaccine, that they're going to terminate people who don't get the vaccine.
Verizon is.
That is a hot take in
We'll
today's
see how it works out for him.
And I guess he's just going to fold up. He didn't want it, hadn't gotten it yet, and now I guess he's just going to fold.
Who is this? Your uncle? You say your uncle?
Lisa's new husband, Pete.
Lisa's husband, Pete. Okay. Yeah. I don't know him. Never have met him, I don't think.
It's just sign of the times of where we're going.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Me and Tyrell were talking about that beforehand, before we started.
Like, a few of our group has been vaccinated, and they made the choice, and that's fine. And then a few people have made the choice not to. And I think that's what America comes down to, is a choice.
Yeah.
You know, you have the right to choose
to
do this or
just
not.
The argument about it is...
You can argue both ways just fine.
You could.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law, she did get the vaccine, and her husband is refusing to get the vaccine. And they don't fight about it, because they can both see each other's point of view. You know
what? That's the thing. That's how it is about like every other issue. Yeah. And this one is that if you don't get the vaccine, that you're affecting all the people that did get the vaccine. And that's why it's so polarizing, is because people are like, oh, you don't care about other people.
Oh my goodness, I know.
That's absolutely not true. Vaccine, they're calling them like the carriers now. If you got the vaccine, you are just as much carrying as anyone else.
Right, you still can, yeah. That's the thing. That's why it's so polarizing. Mm-hmm. It's also because nobody knows anything. Right.
Yeah, I mean...
Like this past weekend, my mother-in-law's stepdad died, and he was not vaccinated. He died pretty much of COVID. But right now, going on, my grandfather's brother possibly could be dying. He's very bad, but he got the vaccine long ago. So somebody... Now it's going to be in my life both like two people that are affected to me that I know. One was vaccinated, one is not. And honestly, the one that got vaccinated is going through it way worse than the one that wasn't vaccinated. It's wild.
It's another thing.
Wild.
Everything varies so much.
What I hate is like people who put the burden of proof on the individual making the choice. Like, oh, if you're not being vaccinated, if you're standing on not vaccinating, then it's, well, you're standing on top of these dead bodies.
Right.
And then people who choose to get vaccinated, it's like, well, you're standing with all these people who are just following this trend, or you're not any healthier than I am, but you're taking this.
I want to ask y'all a question. And this is, I don't want to hear about what you've heard on the news. I don't want to hear about someone so-and-so. This is people you know personally. Do you know anyone who has not been vaccinated and gotten the virus twice?
I hardly know anybody who's gotten the virus.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Also, like, I ask people all the time, because you always hear about so many people dying. I ask people all the time, how many people do you know personally that have died? I know 0 people that I know on a first name basis that have died. I know people who have died, like in our community that I know of, but nobody.
And famous people, of course. You hear about it all the time.
You heard of any senators that have gotten
Colin Powell
that died?
Colin Powell died.
He was also fully vaccinated too, though. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
That's just the thing. How many people do you know that has gotten the vaccine and has gotten the virus more than once? I know plenty of people.
I have heard of that.
I have not heard.
Because you've had the virus.
Yeah, I've had it, and I've not had it a second time.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, that's like there's a couple NBA players. I mean, Kyrie,
football players.
Yeah.
There's a coach. The Green Bay Packers coach couldn't coach this weekend because he had corona and he was fully vaccinated.
There's another basketball player's name's Jonathan Isaac. Have you seen him?
Do what?
I've made you uncomfortable.
No.
There's
This is so much more civil than any discussion I've ever been involved in.
Well, no, you see, you made a good point, because everybody just puts like the whole weight of the entire situation on the other side.
I can only look at what I see,
right?
And, like the people that are around me.
I see a bunch of dudes in front of me that if I, whatever side of the decision I made, like I'm not going to be ostracized because of it.
Right.
Either way.
Right.
It doesn't matter. So, like that's what I care about. I don't care about the people, that I don't have to talk to.
Right.
Exactly.
If I don't have to talk to you, I don't want to talk to you about it.
Well, on that happy note, is that a podcast?
Man, I think that's a podcast. Listen, guys, be safe. Make wise decisions. Go to Tiger Skull RPG, put in Commoners 30.
Use Commoners 30 for 30%
On the
off.
whole store, my guys.
See,
All right?
nobody's asking for a vaccine passport or nothing like that at TigerSkullRPG.com.
No.
You can do it from the comfort of your own home.
Yeah. Check out the Patreon. Think of becoming a subscriber. Look at Cronus the Annihilator. Let him tell you. He'll look you in the face. He'll say, you need to support me. I'm here. Do it.
You need to do a D&D character that talks like that.
Man, that would
Could
be
you
hard
hold?
to keep
Could
up.
you hold on to that for 100
It's
sessions?
unforgettable. Like,
I
it
could
wouldn't be
try.
hard. You wouldn't slip out of it.
No, I could try though. But there'd be certain times where I couldn't work myself around a word, so I just say it in
Exactly.
plain speaking voice.
No, you would. Then you'd be doing it in everyday life.
Yeah,
you'd be
I'd
stuck
be talking
with it like Seth was with Duke
I'd
Jake
have
that
my
one time.
6-month-old baby in my arms. I'd be like, "Hey, how are you, little guy? I hope you're getting big and strong. If you're not, I will spank you."
See, that's great. Why don't you do that?
That's awful.
Play a barbarian that talks like that. It'd be hilarious.
No, what would be
Be a
better?
wizard.
Yeah, I was about to say the opposite. Excuse me. Let me cast my powerful firebolt at you.
Or like the dude from Frozen, the Big Summer Blowout.
Big summer blowout, yeah.
I attack with my great axe.
Okay, we're done.
See y'all.
Listen, take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.